What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Lazy Sunday live stream here on Out of the Basement. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And we will have Robo joining us shortly. He's just running a little behind, but welcome back. It's great to finally be back on stream. We are back from ICCC Con. Another year has come and gone, and we have some insane pickups. There's also a little bit of Black Series news that we've got to cover today as well.
True.
Nothing too
Very
crazy, but yeah, brother, it's nice to see you. It's great to be back on stream.
Yeah, it's whenever we take a week off, it always feels like an eternity since we last streamed.
Right.
When really, it's only been 1 week missing. But it is good to be back streaming. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to stream anymore. I forgot.
Forgot everything about streaming. You're like me. How do I share my screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But no, it was an absolute blast. It's a blast every year, but I love how every single year more and more people end up going, and we got to meet like Fig and Zavi and Tangy, you know, people who didn't go last year, and I like how we keep stacking it up. Every year, more and more people join.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Let's, of course, we'll talk more about the convention a little bit later, especially once we get Robo in here.
Yeah, Robo too?
Yeah, he was also he was also at the stream. We met Robo. What do you know? Sometimes they say don't meet your heroes, but in this case, he delivered. Mm-hmm. What a gentleman. What a gentleman. But
oh yeah.
Let's say what's up to some people in the chat who've joined us so far while we wait. We got Brandon in here joining us. Hello there, everyone. How you doing? Ezra's here as well.
What up, Ezra?
We also got Troy. The boys are back in town. Dude, hell yeah. Commander Cook, thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. It was great seeing you at the convention as always. He says, just want to say it was cool meeting people I've already met, like Tommy and Hunter.
Oh my God.
And Coffee.
I'm out.
But it was also nice to meet people that I haven't met, like Amy and Snud and Grimace. Except for that Justin. Justin's not a loser.
Poor Zoo. Poor Zoo.
Poor Zoo. Love Zooey, though. Thank you, Cook. Appreciate you. We also got Tom here. What happens at ICC stays at ICC. I don't know. There was... Actually,
check the vlog.
I cut that clip way short.
Oh, yeah.
I
would imagine.
Short.
I can imagine.
Man. Renoaz. Hello. Welcome back to the stream. It was great seeing you once again and buying some figures from you this year as well. Also got Prophet here. War starring time. That's right. Sean Woods. Hello, hello. Seth Nico.
What up, Seth?
We got Paige. She's upstairs. Holding it down.
Holding it down, bro.
Absolutely annihilate that like. But I agree. I gotta give that one to Paige.
Facts.
Galaga Champ is here. Got to watch on delay later, but hi everyone. Well, see ya on the replay there. Galaga is important. Get that score. Hello there, collectibles. Good afternoon, everyone. Go ahead, make your plans to attend ICCC next year. You won't regret it. Thank you for being a member for 22 months. It was great to see you all once again. And also thanks for the Chewbacca figure as well. I'll be showing that off a little bit later in the video.
And we got Zoo Boy, his final piece of the Black Series pie. That was fun to do.
True.
From the Hello There Collectibles vendor sale booth, lobby sale.
Yeah. Dan, Darth Educator. Hello, hello. Happy
What's
Memorial Day weekend. So excited to see the haul and talk about ICC. Loved the vlog. Thank you. Appreciate that. And yeah, I guess it is Memorial Day weekend, huh?
Very true. You got work tomorrow, Nate?
No work for me. No work for me.
I love no work.
No working is awesome. We got Fig in here. Not only did I annihilate the like button, I snudded it.
Oh my goodness gracious.
The rot. The rot was real, but
The rot was real.
like you said, it was great meeting Fig, Todd, after all these years, all this time.
Mm-hmm.
Bro was so awesome. What a gentleman. Gentleman and
That's
a
like
scholar.
that was 10 years in the making.
Absolutely. Bro lost his voice. He talked so much
That
weekend.
was kind of crazy.
I love that.
We got Wayne, Paul, Kenobi Jabroni. Bro, I feel like you were a missing piece of the
Ooh.
puzzle here.
True.
I feel like
There was a few people that we missed this year for sure, but
like out of all the the people that have become like friends with over Discord. Oh my gosh. Bro's got his coffee, he's spilling,
it was stuck to my coaster, so took it for a ride.
What up, Jay? Yep, Robo will be joining shortly. We got Rabbit, Hound Shot First, Straight Oto Gunga, Droids Are Us. We got Lucy, what up? Dude, she's in her office, holding it down in the office.
Shout out to Lucy and Paige for being cramped in the back seat of the SUV with my sail barge.
Yeah.
They're troopers for that one. They're troopers.
We should have taken some photos of that.
We should have. I thought about that because obviously I'm going to make a video about the barge just by itself. But yeah, I was like, man, we should have taken some pictures of how we got it home. But we didn't. We didn't. But the barge did make it home safe and sound.
Mm-hmm. Got Joby one. What up? Lane Speeder Luke's been a member for 36 months, 3 years. That's got to be a different... So you got the Scout Trooper. Is that what that is? I'm pretty sure it's a Scout.
I don't have the second screen open.
What up?
Ooh,
What
Matthew
up?
Shaver picking up my first hot toy today. Which one are you going for?
Speaking of hot toys, I resisted. Chad?
Although it was easy to resist because there weren't any hot toys there besides New Media Slot. So
yeah.
So it was very easy to resist all the hot toys that were there.
Happy real Star Wars Day. So you're spitting right now. This is
True.
real Star Wars Day.
Star Wars 77. I just loaded up Despecialized on a thumb drive because I'm going to be popping that on a little bit later tonight.
That's what I like to hear.
Despecialized, baby. Despecialized.
What up, not Obi-Wan? Big Bendu's been a member for 25 months. Hello. Brent's been a member for 40. Wow.
Damn.
And Darth Trev, member for 10 months.
Love all the member anniversaries today.
Gamer Zone for 46 months. Wow, that's a lot. You're like 2 months away, I think.
Damn.
From the Dark Trooper.
Ooh, that'll look so nice.
Dusty Trooper for 2 months. Troy for 38. Rebel Scum for 35. Bro, let's do a quick plug.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say, it is the best way to support the channel. The channel membership. Definitely check it out if you can. We are going to do the Wheel of Rebo next week.
Yes, next week is the 1st. So
yes, so next week we're going to do the Wheel of Rebo, and since we skipped this month, we're also going to do 2 winners like we've done in the past. So whoever gets eliminated first wins, and then whoever gets eliminated last will win as well. So you've got some time here to join the membership at the Basement Battalion tier. That gets your name on the wheel. So yeah, if you want to do that, check out the links below. Click the link in chat, and you can be added to the Wheel of Rebo.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll be doing that next week, and it'll be tons of fun. So,
Fucking hell.
we're almost 12 minutes into the stream. We'll go ahead and get the Black Series news that we have just naturally missed out of the way at the beginning of the stream before Robo gets in here and we can jump into all of our ICCC goodies and pickups.
Yep.
We have a leak, Nate.
A leak.
And
Oh.
right.
Right.
It's been a while since we had a good old 5017 set leak.
Who posted this?
So over on Twitter, of course, we saw this. We do know that Hasbro's been kind of cracking down on these leaks, but hey, we got some.
Yep.
And this is Ronin. This is going to be a fan channel exclusive. and it's the colorized in-universe version instead of the medium version, which is the black and white animation.
It's fine, I guess. My biggest takeaway from this is technically this is made up. The coloring is made up by Hasbro. We've never seen this character in color. I'm glad they chose some subdued, like a dark, maybe is that like a dark blue kind of reading as, or do you think that's like a straight black for the costume?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely hard because it's black and white, so it's like you don't really know what it's supposed to be, but I assumed it would just be black. I didn't really get a navy blue or a dark blue from it, but I know like Zooboy said he was excited for this one because this is how the character looks in universe, as opposed to like what we're seeing on the screen is just the medium they went with, like a black and white. So like I'm almost like understanding of that, but I feel like for such a one-off, like I'm assuming they're not going to do more of these Visions figures. Right. So I feel like a one-off sort of thing, go for the gimmick. Well, it's not even a gimmick. It's how you saw it on screen.
Yeah.
And it comes in the really fancy packaging, and it was readily available on Pulse, and it's definitely a figure.
It's definitely a figure.
Yeah, I agree with Matthew Shaver here. I just think it's just a set, and you get the droid too. Yeah. I think the exclusive one was much better. Oh, right. No. This is plastic.
Yep.
This is hard plastic, bro.
Yeah, that's the plastic cape.
So it's
right
over.
There.
Everything's a downgrade on this.
Yeah. With the other set being so easy to get, I feel like this version makes no sense.
Right.
Just get the other version with the wired cape. It's so much more fun. I think these two figures work as just two standalone figures by themselves. They can go, kind of on your EU Legends display and just be their own thing.
Yeah. So here's a little comparison. That is so much better with the soft goods and the wire.
Yep. What's up, T-Mac? How you doing?
So really the only way this makes sense is if you just didn't want to spend that much money on the pack.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
And I mean, this is only going to be $24.99 or whatever, so yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure this is.
I feel like if you're a fan of Ronin, you might as well just go all out.
That's a good point too.
You might as well just go all out with the super awesome wired cape.
Oh my god! So this fan channel, we're over on yakface.com. This fan channel wave is going to be amazing. Usually, fan channel waves are 3 characters. That's how it's been the past 2 or 3. But this one is going to be 4. It's going to be this colorized version of Ronin, a Jedi Temple Guard, Barriss Offee from Attack of the Clones, and Dash Rendar.
That's a crazy wave right there.
Why is Jedi Guard? Why is this single packed? Why are these 2 single packed?
Why not?
Well, shouldn't it be a case of 8? Unless it's like separate cases, I'm sure. But
yeah,
I don't get that. But whatever.
Ronin,
just pre-order it.
I was gonna say Ronin being double packed is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I feel like the colored version of Ronin could potentially, at least digitally peg warm hard.
Right.
Simply because it was so easy to get the other set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Temple Guard is going to be amazing. Another army builder, single pack. Right. But the good thing about the fan channel waves is a lot of times it seems like Hasbro sends out straight cases of one figure.
Yeah. So it's kind of, this also highlights how we've kind of been dry a little. We're kind of in a Black Series drought at the moment. I mean,
well, that's because like 2.5 waves came out at once.
Right. Like all this dropped at the same time. The everyone was finding these in Walmart, like the Rex and Anakin and Cassian.
And all the Revenge of the Sith anniversary figures, too.
Yeah. And then this fan channel wave also came out recently. Well, like a month or 2 months, month and a half, whatever. So we have this coming out in August. The Death Trooper from Ahsoka, Ezra, Night Sister Merrin, Han and Chewie, I'm excited for. Hey. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it looks like the next fan channel wave is going to be Dash, Barriss, Jedi Temple Guard, and Ronin. Very, very solid wave. I like that we're getting some prequel era love coming soon. We're getting that Shadows of the Empire love. We're getting some OT love with Han and Chewie. So I'm pretty hyped. Oh, look at this. So we know Anakin and Obi-Wan are going to be in the mainline wave later this year with the Sand Trooper and Gale.
Damn.
And the Stranger. What is happening?
Whoa.
What did I miss?
We've been asleep at the wheel, bro.
What did we miss? Holy... Because we haven't seen leaks of any of these. We haven't seen leaks of... Well, we did for Anakin and Obi-Wan. And the Stranger. But we didn't see, like... I didn't know that these were, confirmed to be coming in these, waves.
Right.
Nice. Okay, so, all right. Look at that. We got some goodness coming soon.
Nice. Walking Carpet is thinking about getting into 3D printing. They've heard the Bamboo Lab A1 is a good starter printer. I say just buy the P1P. Oh, and we got Robo.
Hey.
What up?
I apologize. I'm sorry for being late.
I can't believe this.
So unprofessional.
You will never be forgiven for your insolence.
We had some flash flooding yesterday, and I had to batten some hatches. So,
oh no!
Because
Ooh.
it's coming in again right now.
It's raining real good.
Yeah, well, it's about to.
okay.
How about that?
Well,
Fun.
welcome. It was great seeing you over the weekend.
True.
It's weird being back to video, huh? After being in person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We were all in real life together.
That's right. No lag, just conversation.
No lag. No lag, barbecue, figures, toys.
A meeting of the minds.
That's right. Conference tables.
Yeah.
Okay, the conference room was crazy. That was pretty awesome.
That was so
really
unexpected and out of the blue, but I'm so happy that we were able to use it.
Yeah, so we were just looking through some the small amount of Black Series leaks that we got. You know, I don't know if you saw this, but this colorized version of Ronin is coming soon. With the plastic.
Regular release? I rely on you guys for this kind of information.
It's going to be fan channel with the... I was just looking at it. Where'd it go? Oh, snap.
You had it.
I was just looking at it.
Oh, no.
It's going to be fan channel with Dash Rendar, Barriss from Attack of the Clones, and then the Jedi Temple Guard.
Nice.
Yeah. But, I mean, we were kind of saying there's no reason for this. Well, I guess, if you don't want to pay that much for the 2-pack, but you know.
It comes with... The only thing I can see... Well, soft goods. Yeah, I mean, is this a downgrade? I've heard the soft goods are really good on the exclusive.
Yeah, this would ultimately be a downgrade because you don't have the soft goods with a wire.
Right. But it has the color to fit the rest of the collection.
Yep.
Yeah, that is true. Would you go for this one then?
Probably not. I'm at that point where I'm not invested or at least attached in some way. I'm skipping, and I haven't seen this, or I don't remember this.
Right.
Yeah, it was the first episode of the first season of Visions.
And I think I watched it. I seem to remember watching it, but it didn't stick. So maybe I need to watch it again.
Yeah,
It's a good episode. It's a good episode.
Yeah, they told me it was the only good part of the show, so I've only ever seen these, those episodes. Or is it just the one episode?
It's just the one.
Okay.
But I I'm pretty sure I've heard the new season is going to be expanding on Ronin specifically.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
Yep. And then we're just we're looking at what the fan channel is gonna be. The wave, and it's gonna be Ronin, Jedi Temple Guard, Barris, and Dash. Oh my gosh! Finally, the boots on the other foot.
Robo, how was Cookout? Was it everything everyone said it was supposed to be?
It's well, the first thing that caught me off guard was the price. I mean, when these sales, I thought, when was the last time I spent $10 on food? I mean, that cheap. But then when I actually opened up the tray, it was like, oh, okay. There's the chicken sandwich. There's a few onion rings. There's a few cheese bites. From there. So it weighed out, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad at 2 a.m. or whatever time it was a full-on huge burger and pile of onion rings and too much cheese. So it was nice. It was cool. I don't know how often I'd go there.
Yeah, we missed it. We didn't get to get it.
At that point in the night, I was ready for sleep.
Crashed.
Yep. I was.
When coffee came back and I was sitting in a dark room, just everybody left me. I didn't mean for it to come off like that. I was just like, well, I guess I'm going to bed. Cool. And I hadn't made it that far yet.
Yeah. No, it was one of those things where it was like I was hungry and sleepy, but I was more sleepy than I was hungry. So
right.
Yeah.
Wanted that bed. And yeah, also, what's up, Craft 3D Creations? Nice to see you. It was nice meeting you.
True. Yeah, we ran into quite a few people who were viewers of the channel. So much so that we almost like gave away all of our stickers, which I was like not expecting because I feel like we had a bunch.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
so shout out to everyone that we met.
It was mildly validating when we kept putting like, the stickers out on just like the random
the foyer.
Yeah. And they kept disappearing. I was like, okay.
Was picking them back up, right? I mean, that's what we.
That's what
I was snagging them. I was snagging them to make us feel better.
Yeah, that was my conspiracy. I was like, oh, Justin's probably just taking them.
Yep. So another Black Series news related thing is we kind of blasted off to ICCC not knowing what was going to happen with the Black Series pricing. And I was so sick of talking about this. I was so tired of talking about tariffs. I'm so tired of like just reading
What's
about
the
it
most
and
that you would
to
pay?
And like the prices, is it going up to, some articles are saying 28. GameStop put it to 32 and Amazon price matched it to 32 and then they brought them back down and then the tariffs went from 145% down to 30%. Oh, now it's going back up and now it's going back down and now they're doing something else. I don't know what's going on, but what I do know is that
What's up, Peak?
Amazon lowers prices on new TVC and TBS items, and they write in their article, it appears that Amazon has moved to pre-tariff hysteria pricing for new TVC and TBS items. No telling how long it will last, but if you're looking for a better deal, now may be the time. So right here in the middle, we see the Sand Trooper and Gale. A week or so ago, they were $32. Now they're down to $24.99. I don't know, guys. What the hell?
Because it's is it a
Up,
90-day
down.
stall on it? Or
Left, right.
We're going to be right back into it in 3 months or 2.5 months now.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it sticks at $24.99 and we don't have to deal with this with our hobby. But yeah, it looks like TVC also went down to the normal price.
It's true. I want my $30. I'll say it. I want my 30.
Yep. Not 2. I don't want just 2.
Shout out to Livo here for the $4.99.
Oh.
Hey guys, gonna have to catch the replay off to watch the new Wes Anderson film. Nice. Jealous.
Oh, nice.
Have a great stream. Can't wait to see the ICCC pickups. Awesome.
Wow, Dash is sold out on Big Bad.
Thank you, Livo. Whoa.
So I totally forgot. Big Bad went back to regular prices, but they're doing the thing where they're like, they will change the total when you actually go to check out, and you will have the option to like approve of the total price,
Right.
which is good.
I think that's, and this isn't just because it's a Big Bad Toy Store, but that seems to be the most rational, like waiting and seeing, but warning you ahead of time of it, not just jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, I like it because it's a little more open
Yeah.
with like, this is the price of the figure, but you might have to pay more depending on the tariff situation whenever these like arrive. So I like differentiating that instead of just guessing, like I guess GameStop was doing when they did a $32. I wonder what they're at.
And do they keep that? The people who pre-ordered under that price, are they adjusting now if they have changed, or?
You're going to have to cancel and then pre-order knowing GameStop.
Yeah, see,
Nope.
they're still at 32
Wow.
for this guy.
GameStop's holding strong. They're like, no one buys games from us anymore, so we got to make up the cost.
Yep.
We're taking everybody else with us.
Yep. See, oh, all right.
Wow.
$32.
Yeah, not Obi-Wan says, so all that hype for get your pre-orders in stuff didn't lead to anything.
Good
at
point.
the
Let's
end.
check Pulse.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
Because they were acting freaky. They were like, you guys better pre-order before this Friday or else.
And then they pulled everything off there for a bit, huh? A day or two, and then brought it all back.
Yeah, it was like unavailable.
Yeah. Click on something and see if you can.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You pre-order this totally new 2-pack.
All right. Maybe we're back.
Or this is in stock. What's a pre-order?
Yeah, click Chewy. I saw Chewy somewhere.
Okay, so we're
All right.
all right.
We're back.
We're back to being able to pre-order.
Lock in your pre-orders for. Yeah, I would have to imagine it's just because things are so volatile right now, changing every single day. It's something different, so you know it's not surprising that nothing has happened. And honestly, it's a good thing that figures are staying the same price for now. I don't think any of us want to pay more.
Mm-hmm.
Does the 90 days end at San Diego Comic-Con or around there? That's going to be a joyful situation.
Right.
Yeah. And then this isn't Black Series news, but Diamond Select Toys went under?
Oh yeah, I forgot. We could definitely talk about that. We talked about it a little bit on Monday Night Figure Ball, but yeah, that's actually a big surprise. Diamond Select Toys is just gone.
Damn. Is there like a reason for that?
They were acquired by a new company, and this company owns NECA. So the theory is the parent company that bought Diamond was like, we don't need two toy companies. So they minused one. That's the theory, so to speak.
Do they get the licenses that Diamond had now that they acquired?
Now, that is one thing that could seriously pique my interest, because if that is the case, NECA Lord of the Rings Robo? Possibly?
There is that, because I've never had a lot of Diamond Select love. I mean, I like when they made larger characters to fit in with what I collect, you know? But, man, I don't know. I thought they were talking about selling to one company and they didn't because they were afraid something like this would happen, or I don't know.
Max says, I thought the deal didn't go. Maybe.
That was the first deal
Oh.
that they backed out of.
Dude.
R.I.P. The Walking Dead and Invincible.
But they are similar scales.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, because I'm so unfamiliar, like, with what they even made. So they were the ones who did Walking Dead, like the comic figures.
They were just starting a brand new line.
Oh, that's right.
Of Walking Dead comic figures. They did Rick and
man, that kinda
Michonne,
sucks.
Yeah.
and they looked great. I was about to be on board for, and they were doing House of the Dragons figures that looked all right. They looked good enough that I was gonna pick up Damon for sure.
And then
Still
Gentle
had,
Giant.
Marvel Select stuff coming out too. A few things.
Yeah, NECA 7. I doubt it's going to be a straight up license transfer to NECA, but that would just be... In an ideal world, if that happened, I would accept the death of Diamond Select, because even though Diamond, they weren't the best. They definitely did not have the best action figures. I still liked a lot of their figures, though. I enjoyed their bigger Marvel Select, like when they did a big character like Colossus or Juggernaut. I love mixing those in with my Legends. And I did like the Lord of the Rings line too. The figure's not the greatest likenesses, but I thought they were good enough for what they were. So, and it always sucks to see literally everyone that worked there lost their job. So that's horrible.
Of course, yeah. So with Gentle Giant leaving too, does that mean our Kenner, our Jumbo figures are in trouble, Nate, or what do you think?
I don't know, because it's hard to say.
They were supposed the Max Rebo.
They're both supposed to come out like right now, so
Yeah.
I would have to imagine they are already produced, because both Droopy and Max have a release date of like
I think it said
like
May.
this month, next month, or at the same time.
And that's the same for the Marvel Select Annihilus, and was Archangel a little bit out? Now that
I think
now Gentle Giant Studios is still their own entity and going, but Gentle Giant, the toy producing side that Diamond owned, is gone.
That's crazy.
Bro, what is this? Show comments on stage. What does that do? There's like a new feature. It's in beta right now.
Chat overlay
look.
lets you display live comments directly to your stream.
But you can't move the box where it is. Can you guys see it in the bottom right of the screen?
Oh yeah, I see it.
I see. Oh, there
yeah.
it goes.
Whoa! It's like Twitch.
Yeah, it's like Twitch, but you can't move the box. Like, what if someone was right there? Like, what if we had 4 guests?
They have text in their face.
I guess they'll have to, StreamYard will have to implement that.
Yeah. Kind
Is that what the extra
All right,
cost
I'll
is
shut that
going
off.
to?
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
We're finally getting these features.
Yeah.
We gotta catch it. I'm on TV!
Oh, wait. All right, hang on. Oh, it was too late.
Ah,
It only counts fresh comments. There you go. There's Infernal.
yeah, there you go. Spam W's. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. What up, Smetty? Yeah, we just went over the Black Series news, and we were talking a little bit about the Ronin figure, the fan channel stuff, the pricing kind of going back to normal, I guess, and then we are just talking about Diamond Select and Gentle Giant going under.
Yep.
But yeah, there really hasn't been a whole heck of a lot of stuff happening. Because I think that's it for news topics,
Yeah.
which is fine. Because the main point of today's stream is to recap and show off all of our great pickups of ICCCon 2025. As I said at the beginning, it is something that we look forward to every single year. We have traditions with it, like our Papa Turney's Barbecue Pit. And we went to it. We also went to a different local restaurant called Buster's.
True.
We had the whole gang with us, and I know it's like a meme, so people think I'm joking now when we're like, it's great meeting all the people that were there last year. But I did enjoy meeting like a lot of people this time that weren't there last time, like Robo, like Fig Fury, Zavi, Tangy, like, yeah, there we go. All right. I can't. I'm out. And you guys have seen the photos on Instagram from Black Series Cantina or us or anyone else who is there, and it was such a blast. Let's do quick thoughts before we like jump into our actual hauls. Let's talk about the con itself, Nate, because I talked briefly in the video about my thoughts about the vendor floor, but I know you didn't really get to share your thoughts. So how are you feeling?
I feel like we were all on the same page with the vendor floor this year. The venue itself, the room it was in, was 100% bigger. But at the same time, there was more stuff contained in that room than last year. So there was pretty much the same amount of vendors. And there was actually a few vendors that had been there the past 2 years that were missing this year. Sorely missed, I will say.
Enamel Empire.
Yeah, exactly. Like Enamel Empire. So I was initially excited because, going into it, it was, it's 3 times bigger. It's 3 times bigger. And then we get there and it's kind of all like just contained in the same room. It's a bigger space, but the same amount of things.
Yeah. Robo, I'm curious to hear your thoughts since this is your first time coming to this con. How far did you have to travel? And just speaking of the vendor floor, because obviously it's worth it for us just to hang out with us, right? It's worth it for us. But speaking solely on like the toys and the vendor floor, like how were you feeling?
It was a bit sparse, but I don't know what last year was like or the year before. I don't know how it's evolved. I can only compare it to other shows I've been to, which I've been to shows at the library and I've been to, larger cons. So as far as that goes, it seemed to be laid out nicely. It seemed to be, at least things were separate. Here was the guests. They weren't another room altogether. And then on the other end, you had recruitment centers and
and candles.
Yeah. And
Instagram
knickknacks.
Reel creators.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
But in between, I saw some toys. I mean, I don't go to a lot of shows anymore that has a big vintage presence. So that was nice to see, even though I don't collect or buy any of it. I like looking.
Right.
And then, TVC, I guess, whatever. But there wasn't, and then Black Series. But I found some Marvel Legends. I found some little things to pick up. But honestly, I did more looking at room sales than the vendor floor. The vendor floor was kind of like, here's this.
Yeah. So the leader of ICCC, he the thing that kind of doesn't make sense to me is he prides himself, and he was very proud of the fact that he doesn't fill space of the vendor floor with the junk. Like the example that he uses is T-Mobile. Like every big corporate con has like a T-Mobile booth. But I was like, you have the Marine Corps here. You have a candle booth.
The pull-up bar, bro.
Yeah, they had like the stereotypical like Marine Corps pull-up bar recruitment like challenge booth thingy, and I'm like, that might as well be T-Mobile, bro. The candle vendor, that might as well be a T-Mobile. So I liked how spacious everything was, but it seemed like the exact same or even less vendors this year compared to last year. I will say the hotel was much nicer. There was free drinks between 4 and 7. I didn't get to take advantage of that at all. Kind of upset by that. But people were getting tattoos in our friend group. Like, I loved the atrium. I'm trying not to sound like a broken record, but I wasn't on Figure Ball because I'm like, dang, am I just repeating myself what I said? I was like, oh, I wasn't even on that show.
Yep.
But the atrium style hotel where you could like easily see where all the room sales were because everything is so open. And of course we had ours with like 212th Hunter, Commander Cook, Tommy, Zoo Boy, and everyone else. And I was trying to sell my slop trying to sell my slot. I sold a little bit of it to Robo for
Nice.
fodder.
Yeah.
But yeah, sold the
acquired quite a
Bo-Katan
bit.
helmet. Yeah.
Sold it after Katie Sackhoff was there. Just peak.
Sure.
No one wanted it beforehand.
Yeah, the lobby sales, room sales, that's like the highlight
Yeah.
toy wise.
It definitely seemed like people kept all the heat for the room sales. Everything on the floor was kind of like your common everyday, like if you have a local toy store in your area and you go there, it's kind of like the selection you see.
Yeah.
But then when we got to the room sales, it was, for me, it was like Grail, Grail, Grail,
Yeah.
Grail. Just like all of these pieces that I've been searching for. So the uncommon 3 3/4 inch stuff. And so for me, I think the room sales like saved that aspect of the convention for me. Like the buying of our plastic crack.
Yeah.
Or the oddball stuff, like the guy with the replica Lando gun swinging it around, or the soaps, or the stuff that most people wouldn't put in a vendor booth on the floor. It's just random things.
Oh my God, Renoaz. Bro, the craziest thing I think was Robo getting the upgrade because the office manager was a fan.
Dude.
Now
That was sick.
Robo literally got VIP treatment, the presidential suite at the 10th floor.
craziness on the second floor. So I didn't
Yeah.
have to use the elevators really, unless going up, meeting up.
Right.
But man, and I wasn't even thinking whenever he said upgrade to the person behind and then introduce himself and it was cool and everything. I'd been on the road for 8 hours. I was like, okay, I need my room. I'm going to thing. And then he said something about upgrade and going to that door with the double doors. I thought, oh no, what is this? Oh,
That was
It was cool.
absolutely insane. Do you have that picture, Justin? Do you have the meeting of the minds photo by chance?
I don't know if I have it on my
Okay.
PC.
Okay.
Maybe if someone sends it in the Discord, I could pull it up. But that, I was gonna say, that was definitely one of the highlights is when we used Robo's room as a base, and everyone had a play day. We had like a live action, like it's of course it's live action, but it was in real life. It's
Yeah.
like a play day in real life, not through YouTube, where everyone brought their toys that they wanted to play with to this big like meeting table. It was like, and there's this photo. Someone please send that, because it's like the Obama administration viewing the assassination of Osama bin Laden. Like we're all just like, it's literally that photo, that like famous photo, and we're all just like, Robo's like, and then it was a meeting of the minds.
Literally holding the hot toy like it's some kind of like weapon, and like Zavi's like looking at it, and we're all inspecting it.
Right.
passing Jabba around and
Yeah, everyone
Crazy.
doing curls with the Jabba's rail because it was actually made out of metal. So many crazy pickups though, but yeah, I think the room sales were really awesome this
Here we
year. Yeah, here's the meeting of the minds.
I
This
don't
is
even know what I was doing. What is that?
I don't know, but you look like you're like yes, like
I just noticed the chair that I was leaning into it. Before I noticed that, I was just like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go out. We're going to fill up this table full of toys. Let's do it.
Bro, Nate messing, is that the Obi-Wan hot toy?
yeah, look at how serious I look.
Zavi's like inquisitively bending over, looking in. Zach's like locked in on something. He's focused. We got Tommy theorizing with his little, like this is.
Yeah.
He's choking on aspirin. Don't choke on your.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Yeah, this was amazing. This photo was taken by Fig Fury, so thank you for that, Fig.
Yeah.
But yeah, good food, shenanigans, a lot of consumption of alcoholic beverages, a little
Yep.
too much for some people. But It was fine.
I don't know who that would be.
Legendary moments were made. That's all I'll say.
Eric. You know, I was looking around for Eric. I was wondering where you were.
Bro.
Yeah, that sucks. We weren't there on
Wandered for a couple hours.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, I wandered for a couple hours. Yeah.
50th birthday trip to Ireland, though. That's pretty dope.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll open up our own con, bro. Dude, yeah, we did the podcast stage as well. Zach had a slot for Black Series Cantina, so he invited Nate and myself for Out of the Basement, Wilbon for Figure Ball, and then Tommy for Blitz. So that was really fun. That was kind of like one of the final activities we did. And I know someone earlier was asking about footage of the room sales. I feel like this time I was really living in the moment as the cinematographer of these vlogs. I didn't take as much footage as I did last year and the year before. I feel like I was just living in the moment a little bit more. So there wasn't
There's
as
nothing wrong
much
with
footage.
that.
Wait, yeah, true. I do regret not getting footage of Coffee's sideshow Jabba,
True.
because that thing was just like insane to behold. And yeah, we were talking about that, the dais, and then the railing being metal. Like that was just insanity. Yes,
But
we
that's
did.
not a bad thing, living in the moment, and being at shows. Because there's been shows that go to, and it's like, all I did was take pictures of glass cases, and now I'm on a plane heading back, thinking, what did I do?
Yeah. So it was still a great vlog. Nate actually edited it because he was on vacation after ICC Con, so he had a lot of time to edit it. So that was the first time I shot something and then someone else edited it. Dude, I can't stream. I'm ending the stream right now. 1 week off and I can't speak.
Bro's cooked.
But so it was interesting to see like how someone else
I did-
perceives your clips and like strings it together.
I did my
Do you
best.
like it?
I
Were
tried
you
to
happy or were you not happy?
No, I was happy with it.
Okay.
I tried my best to edit like Justin. I was like, I'm gonna channel how Justin edits the vlog.
Yeah. So definitely check that out if you guys haven't checked it out yet. It's one of my favorite videos every year. One of my favorites. So definitely check that out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was an absolute blast. I definitely recommend people continue to go, especially if it's going to be in the same hotel next year. It was a very nice hotel. And I think the reason for lack of vendors was because it was on such short notice. Because they just did ICC Con back in October. And then, 7 months later, they did ICC Con again at this hotel. So maybe there just wasn't enough time. Maybe it was too soon for some vendors. So like next year, if we spice up the vendor floor, that's going to be amazing. Because that hotel has the potential for like an excellent, like a truly great ICC Con. And also we got to meet some Star Wars actor type people like Bo-Katan, Katie Sackhoff, Nate.
Yep.
She was
true.
very nice.
Yeah, we got to meet her. She signed my copy of Halloween Resurrection, which I'll show that later on. We also got to meet Court. Speaking of Court.
Yep. There he is.
Yeah, we also met Lewis McLeod, who voiced Sebulba. He gave us a wonderful clip for the vlog.
Legendary Poodoo.
Yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, I do feel like, I'll say it. Even though I'm not a Hot Toys collector, need more Hot Toys. We were promised more Hot Toys, and there wasn't really much more this year compared to
I like all
previous
the Hot
years.
Toys. Maybe not on the floor, but they kept popping up everywhere else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think for me, it was like I felt bad for my friends.
Right.
Like, I didn't want to pick up anything because I'm not a Hot Toy collector, but I was like, dang, I know they were really looking forward to the Hot Toys.
I like looking.
Yeah.
I like looking.
Yeah, of course.
And it's always a good time to see them in person. And there just really wasn't a whole lot available. Not a whole. I literally saw the same 2 import figures I saw last year. I saw them again this year, and it was Paz Vizsla and the Sith Trooper. I saw those exact figures at that exact booth in October.
Right.
So, I feel like I just would like a little bit more focus on maybe some of, although, I do like seeing the old vintage stuff, but maybe a little bit more focus on some modern things. A little bit more Black Series.
Yeah. There was like 1 or 2 vendors that had a real strong Black Series focus, and that's why I picked up most of my like actual con pickups. So that was cool. And I feel like it's a good avenue for under retail army building, like if you're looking for troopers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You're not a hot toy collector yet, Justin? Bro.
Oh.
Everybody thinks I'm like joking. I'm not joking. I'm not buying a hot toy.
It was also nice to meet you, Bobcat.
True. But yeah. Oh, snap. We got some super chats or what?
Yeah, we do.
All right, chat's popping off. I didn't see him.
Rabbit coming in for the $2. How'd y'all like the venue? I thought the venue was great. I liked the hotel a lot. It was fancy.
Yes.
Everyone's room had a living room separate from the bedrooms. So this year...
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people had 2 living rooms, a conference room, a kitchen, and then a separate bedroom. Some people. But this year we were 100% louder in our room.
Yes.
But I think because of the way the rooms were designed with the living room and then the bedrooms in the back, the sound didn't travel to where people were
no
sleeping.
Noise complaints, which was crazy.
Because there was some points where I know I was shouting. Zoo Boy was just, love my Zooey, but he's got a louder voice. We were all just yelling at each other, and no noise complaint. Whereas last year we were being relatively quiet, and then noise complaint at 9 p.m.
Yeah. So, and it was much more spacious. You weren't cramped. I never felt like you were ever cramped at an ICC con, but there was even more space this year compared to last year as well. Speaking of the venue and the con floor and
and for room sales, I don't think you can ask for a better hotel setup. Now room sales are new to me. My first one was at Toylanta a month or 2 back, and it was a regular hotel where you had to read the sign and go up the elevator and down hallways and stuff. This, you just go out, look out the balcony. There's an open door. And there's so and so, and there's
last year
riding the elevators up and down, and you could see everything.
Yeah, last year it was like your experience in Toylanta, where you just had to walk through all the floors of the hotel to find everything. So that atrium style was just, it was awesome for the room sales. It was so much easier to see like where they were and not just wandering around aimlessly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One final thought I just want to say just about the elevators. What a nightmare.
The elevators were a nightmare. Because there's 3 for the whole thing, and it just doesn't work with the atrium style setup with 10 floors, and then one of them wasn't working, so it was just 2.
Oh, that was brutal waiting for
questionable, right? I mean, it felt like it was leaning away from the building.
Absolutely felt like it. Like you were writing down, but it was like going like this at the same time. And I think everyone at first was like, "Oh, it's just making me feel that way." And then like the more I wrote on it, I was like, "No, I think it's really leaning. I think it's really leaning."
Yeah,
it's about to fall off.
At a certain point, we were just taking the stairs for everything, like because Tommy's room, that's where we used as a base for the sale room, and he was on the 9th floor, so. The first night of room sales, we started at the 10th floor, working our way down, and then like the second night, we like went from the bottom up, so we got to experience everybody's. And people would do like posters, and like we had the Slave Leia cut out from Will Vaughn advertising our room. And yes, boy, you are right. There were some people who were literally rude.
Yeah.
Like just openly saying rude comments about the fact that we mostly had modern and we weren't selling like Kenner. And I'm just like, these unks, man, like they were saying some mean things, man.
Those
How
damn
miserable.
unks.
I love being correct because they're just completely wrong and I'm right. Isn't that how that works?
Just imagine hating on what someone else collects, like it affects you at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah.
We do have quick super chat
Oh,
from Moon Jockey.
he was there and he had the longest line out of anyone, including every guest there.
Yep. So good for him. It seemed like he sold a lot of Theory sabers, but we did not interact with Mr. Theory.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm just not a fan, so there was no reason for me to go in his line for anything.
He did have that cool Darth Maul cosplayer there.
True.
That
I did
guy.
notice the turtles. I don't know if there's much traction there with the TMNT. I would be curious to see if that worked out for the convention.
Yeah, that is true because it definitely.
I almost felt bad. I almost felt bad for them.
Well, it seemed like everyone there and all of the vendors were all still on the same page. Like, this is a Star Wars convention. Everyone was cosplaying as Star Wars characters. All the vendors were selling mostly Star Wars merchandise. And then it's like all the Turtles cast was like, hey, we're here too.
I'll admit, the only celebrity I ended up talking to all weekend was voice of Leonardo, was Bron Tachi.
Hell
And
yeah.
that was kind of by accident. We just started, or he saw my Scooby-Doo shirt and said he was in a few episodes. And we started talking.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
So I was there for like,
So he said, at one point, James Hader looking at Bo-Katan's line with a very sad face. Oh, man. I mean, it makes sense, because whether they want to admit this or not, ICCC has always had a Star Wars focus.
Right.
Like, I understand that the first year we were there were some Daredevil, like Netflix Daredevil actors there, but it's always had a Star Wars focus, and I hope maybe they can course correct on that. Because there was only 4 or 5 Star Wars guests this year. Which I feel like there's usually way more. Like, they had all the X-Wing pilots and so many more people last year. But it was cool, the small amount they did have. We love our prequels, so they had the voice actor for Watto and Tanway and Sebulba and Bo-Katan and Brendan Wayne, Mando, and they had the Gamorrean Guard that's always there every year, so... What up, Jonathan? Thanks for checking out the stream.
Hey. Craft 3D
Warwick Davis was
Creations.
also there.
Yeah, true. With his son. Mm-hmm. Craft 3D Creations got his pizza box Kino signed. So there you go. There's a little turtle love there.
There you go. Yeah, so overall, very fun experience. I was trying to make it to an hour before we got into pickups. I made it. Hey, we got another $5 super chat. Can you all say hi to my 8-year-old nephew, Miles? He's a new collector and enjoying the stream with me today. What's up, Miles?
Hey, Miles.
A new collector at 8 years old? That's crazy.
Better be an opener.
Yeah, he's mint. They're mint on card. Bro. They're mint on card.
I've been mint on card since I was 8 years old.
Is that like a Cassian Andor moment?
Yeah, right?
I've been a mock collector since I was 6 years old. Yeah, what's up, Miles? Welcome to the hobby that will infect your life for many decades to come until you are a person who has a room that looks like this. Or worse.
It's all downhill from here.
So yeah, and I do want to say, shout out. I'm kind of looping back to the room sale thing. Shout out. I will say that is one thing that Michael Havens and ICCC. That's like one of the most awesome things they do, because not every con allows that, because it's like you're taking away sales from, the con floor and all that. So
Right.
that is a very, very cool thing that they allow, and like we've been saying, it's like one of our favorite elements to it.
Absolutely.
All right, so with that being said, I think I'm gonna punch in the coordinates,
Uh-oh.
and we're gonna fly
To Tatooine?
to Tatooine, bro. I'm punching it, and we will do recent pickups. The legendary. We got Grail figures, guys. We got Grail figures.
Unbelievable.
Let's get it.
We're back.
Robo's gone, bro.
Robo's gone missing. What a haul, Justin.
I
I went into this convention literally like, I'm not getting anything. I don't need anything. I got everything I could possibly need. And then it was Grail City for me.
kind of same. Like I much larger items for you, but kind of I was kind of just I got everything that I wanted. It's not a lot, but you will see. Real ones who watched all the way to the end of the vlog would have already seen the photos of our hauls, but now we get to talk more in depth.
That's true.
So who should we go? Who should we have go first? Who's going first here?
Well, if you
I
want to
say-
go from least exciting to most exciting,
I was gonna say we could
then
start
we could
with
start with me
let's
All right.
start with Robo.
Let's do it.
with the least. Because what I did buy this sci-fi diorama guy, the Advantage.
Whoa.
It's essentially just a base, a flat base. I haven't even opened it yet, but it's flat base with peg holes in it, and it comes
Nice.
with the backdrop holder and then a bunch of pegs for different figures,
Ooh.
vintage to Black Series to Turtles.
Nice.
All right.
So I thought I'd try that out, but then this is. Oh wait, what is that? Oh, I don't know, but yeah,
A box.
just a bunch. Hey, look, I needed that Dengar, and I needed that Headless Trooper, and that random Obi-Wan.
A bunch of fodder and loose figures.
It is. It's. There's nothing. Well, okay. The hotel manager. I did pick up a couple of GI Joes I didn't have. I got. Is that what? The diver.
Okay.
Scuba guy. Scuba Steve.
which I think was exclusive to somebody. Yeah. This is Coffee. I got this tote from Coffee.
That's my
he said he wanted
tote.
it back, but I ended up telling him, nope, I'm taking it because this is too much stuff to throw in the truck. But yeah, here's a bib without the jacket.
The bib.
Yeah. This totally wanted figure.
Hey, that's mine.
Is
Heck
it?
yeah.
I think
at
so.
that.
Peak.
That was one of my grills. That's
Hey,
I needed it.
you got the
I
Q90.
needed another. I needed another.
I think that might be mine too.
I got two of these. So
Oh, then
Hell
one
yeah.
of them is definitely mine then.
I think Wilbon had one and you had the other,
Yeah.
and the other part of this 2-pack. But yeah, it's just mostly. I mean, Coffee even had just parts and pieces, helmets, heads.
Well, there you go. Shoot.
But I got low light from the manager,
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
another GI Joe, and I got up and put together thing. Oh, and I did get this from one of the booths on the floor. I got Zartan.
Ooh.
Nice.
Didn't
Very
need,
nice. Very nice.
but
Didn't need.
he had a custom Ninja Force. I think it's Ninja Force Zartan with the mohawk and the colors. And so I said, "Oh, I need to make one of those." So I got that, and the
That Marvel Legend.
Zimnu
Yeah.
Build-A-Figure.
Nice.
And the movie Professor X
Yes.
Oh snap!
With the
needed the
floppy
wheelchair.
legs.
with the floppy legs. I can't believe y'all hadn't seen that before. Let's
Bruh.
not do that on stream. Is this Super Patriot from
That's a great question.
his legendary comic book heroes? This is only look. I collect vintage.
There you go.
Dude,
There we go.
Justin knows the most.
Yeah, I know everything.
And then the Marvel Legends Warpath.
Oh, nice. That's a good pickup.
That's going to be a 4 customs. But I think the most oddball thing I picked up. Hold on, just I was so unprepared.
Shout out Mike Collects for 33 months. Member. Appreciate you.
Hey.
The
I hope so.
Ooh. I like that.
Yeah.
DC Direct, right before McFarlane got the license, had a set of Watchmen 2-packs. And
Yes.
I think I wanted Rorschach at some point, and then I saw him on a table on the floor. So
Nice
Nice.
find. Yeah, those 2-pack figures looked pretty good. I never pounced on any of them though.
yeah, but they split them up, didn't they? This came with Harlequin
Yeah.
or somebody I didn't know.
Yeah, you had to buy the slop to get the characters you really wanted.
Marketing.
Yep.
But that's essentially, I mean, there's several bags of parts and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
It was essentially just y'all were just throwing stuff at me as that second night of room sales.
I was desperate. I
was desperate.
I just didn't want to leave with a whole bunch of stuff. Like that Bo-Katan helmet, the fact that didn't sell Friday night when Katie Sackhoff was going to be there Saturday. I feel like a lot of
Right.
other people had the same idea as me, so
Yeah.
I
A lot of helmets available.
but I did sell that Bo-Katan helmet, and I had laid out all my Black Series and a few NECA, a few Marvel Legends, everything NECA, everything Marvel Legends. The helmet sold, and then like a lot of my Black Series did sell because I was just doing $5 a piece because I was just like, it's more about space. Like I just want to get rid of this stuff, and if you can make a little bit of cash, while you're doing it, why not? So Robo started buying some of my stuff. Shout out to Michael. I think that's his name. Michael he bought like 5 figures of mine, and then there was that guy who came in and bought all of Hunter's Sideshow.
That was crazy.
For like $1,400. He also bought like all of the rest of my NECA and like my Spider-Man figures, so that was cool too. So I made like $130 or something like that. So when you're at the con spending money to get some of that money back, that's like great. It's like free, It's like it pays for whatever you bought at the con for up to $130. So let's get into my pickups. I will start with things I knew I was getting. So we made that video, Star Wars Black Series Grails that we still need. I kind of fibbed a little. I wasn't fibbing. I just
he
knew.
lied.
Oh,
I wasn't lying. I just knew I was getting these things in the near future. So shout out to Zoo Boy.
Hey.
Zoo Boy did remember to bring the Toto 360 that I wanted from the Cad Bane set. It does have a QC issue. As you can see, it has a left arm for
Left
the right
arms.
on the and it's backwards.
Hasbro.
When he's on the shelf, though, I'm not going to notice that.
I was gonna
Plus-
say, even holding him right there,
Right?
hard to even.
Plus,
tell.
like, it's like a piston, it's a droid, so, like, he could bend his arm that way.
That's true.
Like, if it was a human... Yeah. If it was a human character, I would feel a lot differently, but a droid, I just imagine he would be able to move his arm that way regardless.
he's just
Justin
power
is a
walking.
liar. Right. So everything worked out because we had this like little ICC Con group chat, and we had the pinned messages of like our like list of things that we were looking for. And when I put my list on there, people were reaching out like Zach and Zooboy and Mr. Coffee, like, hey, I have this and that, and I have this and that. So like all of my grails were pretty much like confirmed that I was gonna get them.
Yeah.
So speaking of Zach,
Ooh.
I got my Pick Muck Muck. If you guys watched the vlog, he hid this in his room, and he said, you have to find it. And if you can't find it, you don't get it. So I had to go find it. He had it posed on the hoop of his Hasbro NBA figure, whatever, starting lineup. He was like sitting in the hoop. Found him. So I got my Pick Muck Muck, which again, this is Hondo's Kowakian Monkey Lizard from the Clone Wars. And I like that he's on the updated Monkey Lizard sculpt. Yeah, that's 2 grails I got you, Justin. Don't you forget it. Bro, how could I ever forget? Just a reminder, the new sculpt has the articulated legs. The old Salacious Crumb from the SDCC set doesn't have that.
So he's peak.
So this is peak.
Peak Muck Muck.
Yeah. Just like shit that nobody wants, and I'm like, bro, I'll take it. All right. And this is an actual like
specifically for that whenever it came up was for that one. Yeah.
Check this out though. Boom. I got it,
yeah.
boys.
Wait,
So,
is that the sideshow?
yeah, forced perspective, bro. So,
You're lifting that with one arm.
yeah.
Justin's so strong.
That's right.
So I did get, this is from Mr. Coffee. So my 3 big things that I was looking for, the Toto 360, the Pick Muck Muck, and the Jabba. This is the new re-release of that set. Hang on.
Crispy
this one?
paint apps.
Thank you, Mr. Coffee.
That's how Java sounds too.
Jabba.
He said,
So-
hi.
I do think this has more crisp paint apps, like the 2023 version.
100%.
He looks great. And, of course, the main reason I wanted that is this railing.
Damn, Zavi's calling Zoo out.
Damn. This is the whole reason to get the set right here. We have the railing, which is connected to the little frog things that he eats, and his little hookah. You got the plastic tube.
Dope.
Okay, it comes out. Which they actually did sculpt some shapes in there to like represent the frogs. It's kind of hard to see, but that is sick.
Did you sell your original Jabba, Justin?
I did not. I should have, but I didn't. And yeah, the hookah piece that just goes, right in his hand, and he can bring it up to his mouth. I think now, Nate, I'm gonna reprint the dais, because now that I have the railing, it's like I gotta do the dais now.
Yep.
How could I not?
Right. I agree with you.
Yep. So this is sick. Thank you so much, Mr. Coffee. He sold it to me for $40.
Dope.
I'll take it all day. And that did come with a Salacious. I already have this, but this actually comes with a Mr. Coffee Dark Wash.
True. It's custom.
Yep. So this was, he put a Dark Wash on the Salacious.
Bro, he's right there. What do you mean?
Give me a second, bro. So, Commander Cook, shout out to Cook. The Commander Cody I got in the mail had all sorts of creases up here, so I used that one as my opener. And Cook had an extra clean card back version, so that's another kind of a pre-con pickup, like I already knew I was getting it. So this is 100% clean for the wall. Got my Revenge of the Sith card back wall right here.
Can't wait to have 7 card backs on the wall.
Sweet. Nice even number.
I love the even number 7.
A symmetrical display.
I got Cody.
Wait, hold on. Let me
Who
scroll.
didn't even have a 3 3/4 inch on that on that card.
Really, hasbro?
There we go. All right.
You ever play your own voice clips?
Yep. Okay, so shoot. Let me start with the pins, bro. Let me start with the pins. So I did get the 20. I can't see wherever Sebulba is right here. That's like the 2025 ICC Con badge.
There you go.
I got like a TIE pilot, a clone trooper, stormtrooper.
Nice buttons.
Jesus. I got oh bro, yeah, I had to get the Buckies.
Yeah, that goes hard.
I had to get the Buckies. So I've been getting into pins a little bit when I go to conventions, and yeah, I agree with Coffee. The ICC pins always slap. Last year was Max Rebo. This year is Sebulba. Very nice. Speaking of Sebulba, Lewis McLeod, very nice guy. All the prequel people were very enthusiastic. I know I didn't interact with the other ones, but Tommy said they were, so Lewis McLeod, Sebulba, Poodoo! And he gave us a great Poodoo for the vlog. Legendary. Went with the yellow paint pen. Looks very nice.
Cook is spitting.
Yes, you are right. You're absolutely right. Alright. So let's do...
Pletho, Zooboy got the Shadow Squadron 2-pack.
Yes. Oh, that's right. I guess I didn't really show what he was buying.
That's a figure shield, not Obi-Wan.
Yep, it's from Figure Shield, great company.
Yep. Shout out to Figure Shield.
So, Con floor pickups. Con floor pickups. I got 2 of these guys. All of these were new in box. It's just that I unboxed everything at the con to minimize space as much as I could. Because I know we had a gargantuan Nate pickup.
No.
Yeah, nah, it wasn't big.
Little pickup.
So I went into the con. I wrote this in the Discord too. Like, hey, if anyone sees like these Navy troopers, the Black Series gives them an odd name. They're called like Death Star Troopers and then Death Squad Commander. They're Navy troopers. They're just troopers of the Imperial Navy. I don't get why they call it that, but I wanted the red and black box releases so I could do some head swaps. These are the photoreal versions. And they come with painted DH-17s. You don't see that every day in the Black Series.
Man, remember paint?
Remember paint, man. But these are good figures in general, but since I'm really going to like hyper focus on the OT with 3D prints, I needed more of these guys. And I want to do some head swaps on these just to get some human face variety. It's good that they're wearing gloves and they have high collars. Mm-hmm. So it should just be some pretty simple head swaps.
It's literally between that and the Rebel fleet. It's just a boil and pop.
Sounds good to me.
It's as easy as it gets.
Yeah. These were 15 a piece. So back to what I was saying earlier about like army building for under retail, ICC Con, it's a good place for that. And I found these like immediately, like when we first walked in. I was like, dang, I really am just getting every single thing my mind is thinking of. Like, I need the Jabba set. I need Pick Muck Muck. I need Toto 360. Maybe I'll pick up a couple of these. I was just getting everything immediately.
Yeah.
Another
awesome,
thing,
though.
Yeah, for sure. Another thing off the con floor is Archive Han Solo. Now, some of the boys were giving me shit for this, but I needed this because this is the photoreal Han from Hoth. And because, if David Edge is in the chat, this is brown in the film. Now, I know because of the lighting of the scene, the white balance, you know, against a snowy environment, it appears blue in the actual film, but the actual prop is brown. Robo, are you blue or brown for this guy? What team are you on?
I was trying to think back because I've had this whole back when the originals were coming out. You know, it was back and forth, back and forth. I think I'm brown. It's blue in the film, right? Whatever the film shows, I'm against. I'm also at.
What color is the dress? Exactly. However, I do see blue in the movie. So it's like, do you go by what it is, what the prop actually is, which is brown, or do you go by what you actually see in the film, which is blue? It's as simple as a head swap. So maybe half the year I'll go blue and half the year I'll go brown, bro.
All right, here's the correct response. Head swap that onto the blue, put him on the Tauntaun, so you have blue jacket Han on the Tauntaun. Then get the Target exclusive Han and Leia 2-pack where he's got the brown jacket, no hood, and display that Han on your Hoth display as well. That's literally how it is on my shelf. I have both. Exactly.
Yeah.
Brown or blue.
I don't even remember what I have on the
Well,
shelf.
right.
I'm sure
Yeah,
it's
and
brown.
as the chat is saying, every release, because color grading wasn't a thing when the film released. So, like, if you're looking at the pure theatrical look versus the DVDs and Blu-rays, like post-color correction, when they started screwing around with the picture settings, that messes up your mind as well. So, like, it's whatever you want. But, of course, this was complete in the archive packaging. I think this was another $15 pickup. Guys,
Just matte spray that sucker, brother, and you'll be set. Matte spray the whole figure.
So, like, again, I'm like, man, like, I really am just getting everything I needed here. Let's see.
Bly's going blue. Unc Bly's going blue.
Unc Bly going blue. All right, now we got slop. I can't believe these guys hate on carbonizing credit collection and then they pick up this shit.
Bro goes to a con and picks up holiday figures. I can't.
Bro,
I can't.
So that's it for
Wait,
con floor. These are room sales.
did you end up figuring out if you had those or not?
Yes, I did not have these.
Nice. W.
And you know what was stupid? I could have just looked in my photos. Like I could have just looked at the Instagram posts and like saw which figures I had. But this was a room sale pickup. $12, bro. $12 for a holiday figure I didn't have. I have so many of these, and I always get them for the cheap, bro.
I like the holiday figures. I don't care.
I do too.
I don't care. They're fun.
I like decorating for Christmas, and
Yeah.
I like busting these out during the holidays. They're not in the main collection. I have them in. I literally have them with the Christmas just house
I
decorations.
literally got a holiday figure pickup this year too. It's
So-
just not Star Wars.
I was risking my money because I couldn't remember if I had this one. Too many Trulies, bro. Way too many Trulies to remember if I had this one already.
Once the room sales start, the dollar bills spend a lot.
I was
this
just
year.
like, yeah, sure.
Go flying.
Yep.
So that one was 12. I think this one might have been, I don't know.
I think you got that for 15.
Yeah. I know for a fact I didn't have this one.
The Hanukkah,
Yeah.
the Hanukkah Lorian.
Yeah, the Hanukkah Mando. It's so funny because I also picked up holiday figures last year at ICCC. That's my master plan to not pay, because this is like, I'm not paying full price for this shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I paid full price for all of them. I'm out.
Yeah, and Coffee or Spit, they are better than Carbonizer Credit Collection. They serve a purpose.
Oh snap!
They serve a purpose.
Justin with a blue Mando alert. Chat,
dead meme.
Justin has a blue Mando.
Dead man. Dead.
Blue Mando alert. Blue Mando alert.
Son of a bitch.
I can't believe it. I didn't even think about that.
Bro, we got our... these dumbass... Out of the basement can't get approved for press because we're just a small slop channel, motherfucker. Yeah. Alright, so...
My
Commander
pass may
Cook.
still be in my pack or something, or maybe I just tossed it out after I was done with it. I was like, whatever, get out.
Son of a bitch.
Oh. No, it's around here somewhere. Mine's got
Tastes
Star
like a
Wars. What
candy
happened?
cane. Quick shout out to Commander Cook. He remembered that I still needed this.
Heck yeah.
This was honestly hype. He pulled this out. He was like, oh, I brought you this. I was like, you remembered? Like, how sweet and touching was that? Like, bro remembered to bring me the last Minecraft movie toy that I needed from
Such an
McDonald's.
offhand comment on just a random stream.
I think I mentioned it in the Discord too.
Show the code on stream.
It's already redeemed.
Fuck.
But yeah. So now I'll go with my little collection.
Nice.
Shout out to Kofi. Let's see. You already know anything with Max Rebo on it or snagging. I'm not a patch guy, but anything with Max I just can't resist.
Dope.
Alive and Kickin' Tour, Star Wars Celebration, Anaheim 2022. Was I there? No, but it's Max Rebo.
You were now.
Then one of my favorite vendors is this guy. It's not a Minecraft movie toy. It's just Minecraft in general. It's like a McDonald's amalgamation because it's like the Hamburglar, bro.
Zombie Hamburglar.
Yeah. One of my favorite vendors is the magnet guy. It's where we got our Max Rebo, like the standee things.
Mm-hmm.
And he had some horror characters this year that I didn't get last year. So I got Sam, Leatherface, Jason from Part 8 randomly. And then I also did get an Enderman.
Hey.
And his deal is 8 for whatever, so I got 4 for Lucy. And those are already on the fridge. Let's see. Is that it for no. Hold up. I mean, we gotta... How could we not? Of course, so fun meeting all the boys. Look at that. Stone
True.
Mandalorian, Cody. He had a couple. We got Will Bond here. Those figure ball boys. Zoo Boy. Everything's upside down. Blitz. Tommy. Got his sticker. Oh, shit. Let's see. Who else?
Show the coffee sticker.
Oh, my God. Everything's falling. We got Mr. Coffee.
Based.
Commander Cook here. Tons of stuff from the PC. We have the amazing Zavi. Shout out to Zavi, traveling all the way from the United Kingdom to come hang out with us.
Great.
You can't see it, but it says there's something in the water.
And he's got his kettle.
He got the kettle, bro.
A bloody kettle.
Yeah, I love that. And Cook also had a variant, which I like, which is this one.
Dope.
So I love getting everybody's stickers. And then just yesterday, at Target, I found NECA Ultimate Hooper.
Sick.
This is the brand new Jaws 50th
Hoopa.
anniversary figure that just came out.
The cup. The crushed cup. Come on.
Bro.
So sick.
Yeah. So, of course, NECA Ultimate, you get everything, all the goodies.
Swappable arms.
Yeah, can't wait to get Quint. Unfortunately, we're not going to get Brody, but I love Jaws so much, so I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yep.
I didn't show the Grimace Shake by Cook. Bro, I don't know where it is.
I got my Grimace shake. Don't worry.
All right.
I got mine on standby.
Yep. And on that note,
All right.
I'm going to pass it to Nate.
I'll start.
Oh, bro.
Bro's leaving.
Dang. Dang.
I'll start with my pre-con pickups that I got, that I had deals worked out with people. So from Zoo Boy, I got the Power of the Force Rancor. I didn't have a Rancor for my 3 3/4 display, and Rancors are expensive. So the Power of the Force one, I think, looks good enough. Although the Monday Night Figure Ball boys really abused this poor Rancor, and now he's got a little bit of a loose leg. I gotta Kiki's the leg. I gotta Kiki the leg. Exactly. Bruh. You guys are crazy. From Mr. Coffee, I got a couple of import figures that I've been missing, and since, he's just completely done with 6-inch, selling everything, I sniped some goodies from him, so I got the Return of the Jedi SHF Luke. Did not have this figure before. It's missing the Vader head, but I have that SHF figure already.
I was about to ask what the slot or the spot was. I forgot what was in there.
Yeah, it's that head, but I have the Vader that comes with that head, so no need. Got it for a really good deal because I bundled it with another Holy Grail import pickup.
And bro's hitting the...
Yeah, bro's hitting the Zach. He's hitting the Ayo. Lord Vader, I'm him. Yeah, this is the SHF Emperor Palpatine, which...
That is sick, dude. I'm so happy you got that.
Infamously, Figuarts literally gives you 2 Emperor Palpatine figures in this set, but they're short 1 hood. So, shout out to Robo, who's going to be hooking me up with an extra hood, because the draw of this set is the Emperor on the throne. And he's got these beautifully sculpted legs that I think they look incredible. The throne looks amazing.
His hands like rest on it a lot more naturally too.
Yeah.
The sleeves. The sleeves are sculpted to go on each side of the...
That is sick. I didn't even notice that.
And it just looks incredible. And like we've been talking about recently, and just in general of like making your display the best version it can possibly be. And obviously, I think this definitely is a big upgrade over the Black Series. The only downside is that this is a very, very expensive set on the aftermarket. This needs a re-release. I hope that I hope I took the bullet for this set, and then they announce a re-release of it, because this thing is awesome. It's a great piece.
Did you get the whole set with the salt and pepper shakers and everything?
Yep. So I was getting to the salt and pepper shakers here.
Look at that.
And the set also includes 2 royal guards that are just statues. They have no articulation. They're also really small, like comically small.
Oh, okay.
Which is a little disappointing. I didn't quite realize how tiny they were until I put them next to the Black Series royal guards, and I was like, oh, these are small. They look good though. They look good. I like the matte finish on the robe with like the dark wash.
Yeah, I like that like shading sort of thing they have going on the robe.
Yeah, and the glossy finish on the helmets look really good too. But yeah, they're a little tiny. So I picked that up from Coffee. So shout out to Coffee. He gave me a great deal on the Emperor throne set with the Luke.
Really good deal for such like a Grail set, essentially.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to put my headphones down because my other pre-con pickup is a doozy.
Oh, snap. Okay, we got to like...
Because this is pre-con, so we're still in my pre-con pickups.
6-inch, yeah.
Wait, it's not Black Series. We need a TVC version. I have nothing for hype. Let's see here.
Because it's TVC.
I got a bad feeling about this.
It's that 3 3/4, bro.
That's right. Did he just grunt?
I guess I'd never like.
Hello, what have we here?
Boom.
It's the Micro Galaxy Portage. Bro, fit it in the screen.
Whoa. I'm gonna have a
Oh my god,
moment.
if you let go and
It's
have
the
that fall on
barge.
cam.
It's the HasLab barge.
Dude, that thing is
I can't even
so
show it.
incredible. We like, cause it was at Nate's, or it was at Zach's house when we drove there Thursday night, and we were just like, in awe for like an hour, just like looking at all the little nitty gritty details. Because more of those panels come off, and it's just like there's like a brig with like an Ithorian prisoner who died and rotted away, and it's like a Ithorian skeleton in it, and there's just so many cool details.
Yeah, this thing is absurd. It's just totally ridiculous. I took one panel off so everyone could see Jabba. And I got some figures chilling in there already that fell over, but dude, this thing is incredible. I shout out to 212 Hunter for making this deal happen. It was a local Facebook marketplace deal, local to him, which he lives up in Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. And this person was selling the Galaxy's Edge Millennium Falcon, the Razor Crest, the Slave One, and the N1.
And it came with 2 skiffs.
Yeah, and 2 skiffs. It was like a total of like $1,800 for everything. So I split the cost because Zoo Boy ended up picking up all the other ships. I took the skiffs and the barge. Then the community, Bree, my barge. Exactly. I was still on the fence about purchasing this. Obviously, this is my holy grail collectible. This is something that's like, it was like my number one piece that I was collecting at the time, but I was making movie theater employee money, so I definitely did not have sale barge money.
It's so funny looking back
when this came out.
Right, it's so funny looking back at Figure It Out when we're like, are they insane? Like that, it was just like such an insurmountable amount of money to our minimum wage mindsets.
Yeah, the minimum wage.
I gotta get that one to Bly.
Could not comprehend. So,
thank you, Michael.
I was also just having a really hard time thinking about spending so much money on a collectible in general. Not that I could afford it, but it's just spending that much on a collectible was one of those things where that was like a real big mental hurdle to jump over.
Right.
So Hunter, to sweeten the deal, was like, I'll give you $150 towards it. And I was like, okay. And then soon enough, it was like Zach, Wilbon, Zoo Boy, Coffee. So many people just started chipping in little,
Bro, it's like IRL super chats. It's like real life super chat.
It's like a bunch of people were just helping out, just donating whatever they could, which I didn't expect anything like that, but I obviously am extremely appreciative of that. So I paid $850 out of pocket for the barge, which I feel like in today's economy is a pretty great deal for the barge. It was loose, no box. I did get the booklet.
Oh.
Which is like a full detailed making of. And.
Yeah, they're fabric sales. They were actually, I'm sure Nate will get into it, but it was very dusty.
And I did also get the Yak Face figure as well, with the special card back and the coins. So it was complete with the extra goodies. So, yeah, I got this. We got it. You saw it in the vlog. That was my literal first reaction. I was just, breh, my barge. And my first reaction was, Hunter wasn't lying. This thing is really dusty. Whoa!
We would be honored if you would join us.
Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate you. And then we had another member, Michael Fontana.
Hey,
thank you guys so much for joining. Really appreciate you.
Thank you.
New member. So that means you're starting off as a shiny stormtrooper, Tommy.
Hey.
Appreciate you.
So, this thing was incredibly dusty. Like, unbelievably
Oh my god,
dusty.
dude. I was it's not even mine, and I was raging in the basement at Zach's. I was like, how could someone spend $500 backing this HasLab and then treat it like shit? Like,
right.
It was like full on cobwebs on the sails, dude.
Yeah, it had cobwebs on the sails, cobwebs on the inside. It literally looked like this was stored in someone's crawl space for the past 5 years, which thankfully it cleaned up really easily. Shout out to Tangy Fungus, which he's right there, but
Yeah, look at
I
that.
can't think of the name of the product, but it's this awesome kind of like goo substance that you use on your car to get in all the little cracks and crevices.
Right.
That stuff, I used it on the barge. Got so much dust off of it. Like I was like getting unbelievably grossed out with how much dust was coming off of this
Yeah,
thing.
it was gross, bro.
So yeah, this is pretty crazy. You know what's awesome, Justin? This Jabba in here has the scar on the tail, like the sideshow.
Sick.
It's hard to see. I'll take him out, but I thought it was crazy. I was like, he's got the scar like the sideshow.
What, bro? What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna set the barge down
What the
now. But I'll
Is it
I'll
not
pull
on the
out
black
Jabba.
series?
No, it's not.
Okay, he has like a little like discoloration. If you can see it right there. Is that what they did for the scar?
But that's not running the right direction. It goes the other direction, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
We were. What the hell? We
The
did have
tattoo?
a little bit of trivia with the tattoo. That was really cool to see that the Black Series actually has the tattoo. Because we saw it on the sideshow that Coffee had, and we were like, "Is that on the Black Series?" So we had to like, we had to research it.
Are you ready for this?
Wow,
Oh,
that is sick.
Dude, 3 3/4 inch peak.
no, it's still not worth it. No.
Oh,
He's
real
got
quick.
he's got the tattoo too.
Dang.
Yeah, that is
Sculpted
sick.
in.
And it's sculpted in there.
Hey, yo, Tommy.
So, what have we
Hey.
here?
Appreciate you for the $20 super chat. Look at that. Really appreciate that. Gotta go hang out with stupid family instead of watch peak lazy snud day stream. Those post ICCC blues were hitting hard when I returned to work. Gonna catch the replay and good to see Zoo's good friend Robo. Dude, I don't usually feel that way after vacate. Well, I do, but it was really hitting hard going to work on Monday. I was just like, oh God, like take me back. Take me back. I had the blues bad on that Monday.
I was
The
happy.
show's always passed way too fast. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's Sunday. Crap.
Yep.
What happened?
Dude,
Absolutely.
when it was already time to leave, heartbreaking. So, those were my pre-con pickups before I even stepped foot into the
Yeah.
convention.
But on it, like I just to talk about this barge for a little bit more. I just want to say, you know, obviously I don't collect 3 3/4, but just seeing it was a pleasure, and seeing all the detail, like all the detail on the inside. I was
Yeah.
telling the chat when you didn't have your headphones on so you couldn't hear, but like the brig that has like an Ithorian skeleton chained up like it was a prisoner who died, like I'm like, that's just
Yeah.
so sick. And there's so many like little decorations and little compartments and like
There's like, yeah, there's like a little like gold Rancor like statue on the wall, like a Jabba painting on one.
there's like a
panel.
kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like
a-
a sink and everything. Someone's doing dishes on the barge.
Which I'm like, you know, R2
They
has
got-
the drinks.
They got
He's
bro.
rolling around.
He's
Yeah.
doing the dishes. Yeah, it's incredible. It is
Yeah.
fucking Bly.
I'm so happy that the dust came out of the fabric of the sails, because
Yeah,
I wasn't going to say anything because I'm like, I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer right now, but I was like a little worried. I was like slightly worried about the cloth like fabric, because it was just like the cobweb and the dust. It was like caked on there, and I was like, is this going to stain the fabric? But from what you just showed on stream, it looks awesome.
yeah. That, like I said, that blue goo stuff that Tangy recommended. I just rolled it gently on the sails, and it pulled all that dust and all that
Later,
crap
Jonathan.
out. See you, Jonathan. But once I got to the convention, you know I love my 3 3/4 inch slop. And slop did I acquire. Which actually, I have 2 barge. Just randomly included with the barge was a Kenner skiff guard, and then this Jawa. They were just in the barge. I don't know if bro just forgot them on the inside, but cool. So I got a Watt Tambor, because why not? He's so
There you
much
go.
fun.
The Techno Union.
And this year, I got a bunch of Glup pod racers, simply because the Cantina is coming, and they are on Tatooine after all. So
Mental gymnastics. I love it.
Yes. The mental gymnastics of a collector is that all of these pod racers, they definitely have been to the Mos Eisley Cantina at some
That's not even a
point.
stretch. That's not even a stretch.
It's not. It's
I
really
agree
not.
with you.
It's really not.
Well, they're in Mos Espa, and the cantina's
Right,
in Mos
Mos
Eisley,
Eisley.
but they probably traveled.
Yeah, it's. I'm assuming it's not that far away, but I got Odie, Mandrell,
Oh, heck yeah.
Loose, Team Toe, which this is, his pod racer blows up immediately, and he's like, "Rah!"
Great. Great.
I did get Sebulba. I didn't have a 3 3/4 Sebulba, which he looks great. Look at those goggles. You're telling me Hasbro could do that in '99, but they couldn't do that for Tech?
Hey.
Hey, I mean, this is the same.
You're just talking shit.
Yeah, this is the same character, but this is a little companion pit droid, because that came with old Ben Quad,
Oh, hell yeah.
dude. What
You
a
got the
great!
blick?
Oh yeah, he's got. It comes with a little blaster. He's ready to shoot, bro. He's ready to kill. I love Ben Quad. He's a figure that is only available in TVC. Did not have an old 3 3/4 inch figure. So this was hype. Hyped. Ooh, it focused on Ben Quad. Look at that detail.
That is sick. He is terrifying, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
A little bit. Humpty Dumpty's worst nightmare, kind of. And they came with like some extra bits and pieces and stuff like that. Sebulba's famous accessory, his screwdriver thingy.
Oh, is that what he knocks off of Anakin's pod racer, maybe?
No, it says what it
No?
is in his little.
Okay.
I forget where his information booklet is. I tossed it somewhere.
Booklet.
But
pages.
is it not a booklet? It's got
That
so
is a
much
booklet.
information.
Flamingo sauce, absolutely. I'd pick up any prequel figure in Black Series.
This is a base. This is Watt Tambor's base.
Ooh, I like that detail.
So, con floor stuff. Here we go. On the floor, I got the last Tartakovsky Alien Jedi I needed for the 3 3/4 inch display.
Oh, that's right.
Volvifman. Everyone's favorite. Volvifman. I had the...
Wow, that's cool.
I have, Falmodama, and I have Roran Korob. So I just needed Volvif, and I found him. So I was super happy. I'm going to keep this one on card.
Nice.
Just for the wall. So that was on the con floor. I did
So many
also-
pickups.
I got Obi-Wan Starfighter. Some peak nostalgia here.
Right.
Oh, I have my childhood version of this. I have it still to this day, but I don't have the wings anymore.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I was very happy. I've already opened it up. Look at this
at that.
peak. Dude, it's Jedi Starfighter. It's the box art of the game.
Would you guys pick that up in TBS if they did it?
Dude, absolutely.
Black
I love the, like, when all the Jedi basically have the same Starfighter, just different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only did I pick up that, I got a repaint of it, and it's Kit Fisto's.
Oh, nice.
And this is...
Of course, it's green.
Yep. You see this in Tartakovsky Clone Wars very, very briefly. But obviously, with it being just a repaint, you know they were going to do it. So I'm happy to have that. Doesn't want to stay clicked in.
We can't even get a stat sold out. Yeah, I hear you.
And here's the box. Just more peak nostalgia.
Only at Target.
Yep. Love the box. See, there you go. There's your one screenshot in Tartakovsky Clone Wars.
Nice.
Zooboy tried to accuse me of buying slop. And bro's actually a fake Tartakovsky Clone Wars fan.
Gotta give that one an 8.
I mean... so also... That was what I got on the floor. Which, like we had mentioned, the con floor... A little light this year. Not a whole lot going on. Or, I'm sorry, scratch that. Here's my one non-Star Wars pickup. I got some Figure Obscura. I got the first release of Krampus, which I did not have. And I always wanted this version. The red one is cool, but I just feel like the black one just fits the character more. And some guy randomly had it at his booth. And I was like, how weird. This was like one of the only Figure Obscura pieces I was missing that I wanted. So, yeah, I had to pick this up. It was awesome to find. Random pickup.
That's cool.
And then...
More Christmas stuff.
Yep, exactly. That was my Christmas pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like we mentioned, we got a couple signatures. Justin and I both got Lewis McLeod on Sebulba. I got the same exact thing because Sebulba doesn't have that many quotes. So
he's speaking a different language. So like,
I simply said, please give me the same thing.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I got his signature. And then I got Katie Sackhoff to sign my childhood VHS copy of Halloween Resurrection. This was one of the... When I was growing up, I had this, and then I had like Halloween 1 and 2. So when I was a kid, teenager, those were my Halloween movies. Like 1, 2, and Resurrection. It's not a good movie, but it is such a blast. I still have so much fun watching this movie all the time.
Bro, wait, show the back. Show her little character.
Yeah, so if you're wondering, she's right there. I believe this was her first major motion picture role.
Which is a very common theme of horror slashers, so I like it.
Yeah. So I had
It
to
was
get
her
this,
second film role.
had to get that signed. This was something that I've been trying to get for a long time. And it was fun. We asked her if she signs Halloween merchandise often, and she said that, well, it's not common. It's also not uncommon. So, which makes sense. You know, it's Halloween. It's a big franchise.
Right.
But, yeah, super cool to get that signed. I love it. It's going to go right up with my other signatures that I've got from other horror actors on, like, some other movies and stuff like that. So
She was very nice, too. And we didn't have to wait long in line either. We went pretty early on Saturday, so...
True.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. I was like, first time we got to the con floor on Saturday, I was like, let's knock that out now before there's a line.
Yep.
And thankfully, we had to wait for like 3 people in front of us, and that was it. And it was awesome. Yeah, she was really cool. Super, super nice. So, that was everything I got on the floor. But like we said, the room sales were where the peak was.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, Chris? we got some serious heat in the room sales.
Yes, we did.
I'll start out with some more 3 3/4. Picked this first one up from Hello There Collectibles, and this is Concept Chewbacca.
Oh yeah.
So
It's Zeb.
yeah, it's basically random Lasat now. But as you can see, we got knees on this bad boy, so you know that means he could sit. So you know that means he's going in the cantina.
Hey.
So just another patron to occupy the HasLab.
Nice.
Now, some other figures. These I picked up from Renoaz. Shout out to Renoaz, because I didn't have these. R2 with the drink tray, TVC.
Ooh.
This one.
Why couldn't we get that in Black Series, man?
Could you imagine? It'd be so easy. It's
They
just,
just did the card back for Return of the Jedi, too. Like, why?
and it's just, it's.
They could have used that image.
It's just a little extra piece.
That's the next variant.
But super happy to have this. Obviously, since I just got the barge, I need R2 with the drink tray.
It's great how everything just works out that way,
Yep.
isn't it?
And he also had the Skiff Master Weequay, which I needed as well. It's Weequay with a different shirt on.
There you go.
So I had to pick this one up again for the skiffs, for the barge, yada yada. And because I could talk. Renault as a bro, he threw in a free figure for me. And that's some more Glup Shitto pod racers.
Why not?
Rats, whatever his name is, he's that guy, and a pit droid. So I got a lot of randomly this year's theme for me was the Glup Shitto pod racers.
Right.
And I literally got I think if I didn't get all of them, I got most of them that exist in 3 3/4 inch, which in one fell swoop. So
You really like Tatooine.
yeah. Well, you know, when you buy a $500 HasLab,
That's true.
you want to put some figures in. You want to populate that thing. So
Yeah.
continuing on with the room sales stuff. Here's another Grail piece. I was so happy to find this.
Oh, yeah.
The Jabba's Palace Court Denizens. This was one of the last pieces I needed for the palace. I'm literally down to like 2 random droids, and they're like more expensive. It's not 8D8 or 99. I have both of those, but this was one of the final pieces I needed.
That looks so good, dude.
Dude, it kind of kills me that it's on such a minty card back.
Right.
Because it just looks so good, but I'm going to tear this bad boy open. I'm going to tear this sucker apart because I need all 3 of these to go into my palace. Mm-hmm. And they look great. I love how detailed they are. This set is from 2004.
Holy crap, you do love Tatooine because you have the Cantina HasLab, the Barge HasLab, and you have the made-to-order frickin' Jabba set.
Yep.
I forgot about that set.
Is Tatooine not the greatest piece of Star Wars?
I love Tatooine.
That is what had sparked my imagination as a child. Okay.
You never have to dust it.
It just adds to it.
That's right.
Okay. Another Holy Grail pickup. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. My heart was initially broken because we were on the con floor, and our good friend David Red Wagon Dioramas comes walking up, and he's holding the very particular set, 3 3/4 inch set that I've been looking for, and it's the Sarlacc pit.
Right.
And I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, I need the Sarlacc pit. I have the barge. I have the palace. I have the Rancor. So I was like, I need the Sarlacc pit. He beat me to it. He asked a random, to be fair, it was not on the floor. He just happened to ask a vendor. He was like, hey, do you have the Sarlacc? And this guy was like, oh yeah, it's actually underneath my table. Here it is. Just like, of course. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? But he was actually looking out for me then after that and noticed one loose in the room sales. So the next night for the room sales, I booked it to the room where it was, and I was able to get the mother frickin' Sarlacc pit.
Bro, Lando, oh my gosh.
Dude, yeah, I got Lando in there right now. The guy I bought it from, he threw in the classic Power of the Force Lando.
Nice.
He was like, here, take Lando with him. So, dude, this thing is amazing. I've got it. So,
It looks so good.
it was
So
loose.
that's complete, or
It's not complete because this set does come with a skiff, which obviously I don't.
Okay.
I don't need another skiff.
right?
It does come with the beak. However, this guy was missing half of the beak. But as we established in the vlog,
Special edition slop. You don't need it.
the beak is special edition slop. I don't give a shit about the beak, so I took it out.
Bro, that's what I mean. Everything just works out.
Here's Nady.
Oh my god. Bro, that's like some Jeepers Creepers shit, like at the end.
Yeah, right. Jeepers creepers. So,
It's like terrifying.
dude, bendy wire, tentacle,
Right.
Ayo.
It's a volcano.
Yeah. Dude, it pegs in.
I'm saying, dude, Nate's Hall was legendary.
I was not anticipating getting so many grails all at once, but I literally got almost every single 3 3/4 inch item I need. Like,
Right.
I'm gonna have such a complete, awesome display for the barge and the palace and everything like that. So that was almost it.
Oh,
Final pickups. They all go together because I got these from 212 Hunter. He was selling some peak nostalgia.
oh my gosh.
So
Yeah, that's
I
right.
picked up all of his Star Wars Unleashed figures. He was getting
There
rid
we go.
of all these bad boys. And this is like stuff I remember a lot when growing up. Like, even though these weren't action figures, I always just thought they were so cool. It's like the Star Wars you pictured in your mind as a kid, like ultra exaggerated, pretty nicely detailed. Like, I love the raindrops on the base.
Yeah, the sculpted raindrops are crazy on that.
It looks so cool. A lot of them have like these little light piping features, so you can, make it look like, ooh, it's illuminated just like
Yeah,
the movie,
Camino. Yep.
which is just so awesome. These are so nostalgic for me. So he had Jango Fett, and also more Sarlacc. We got the Boba Fett, which again, just so cool. Make it look like he's
Yeah, that's really cool.
blasting off, safe from the Sarlacc. It just goes to show you, it's so funny how long the idea of Boba Fett surviving the Sarlacc pit has been floating around.
Right.
Because these are from like the early 2000s. People wanted Boba Fett to live.
Didn't the comics before that get into Dengar pulling them out or finding them somewhere or
Probably.
something?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And the last two that he had were a set that go together. And obviously, it's just the right year.
Oh.
Anakin and Obi-Wan.
I didn't even see that.
In their super exaggerated Duel of Fates. They're both stepping in lava. Anakin's foot burnt to a crisp. Obi-Wan's foot burnt to a crisp. But that's just Star Wars Unleashed. Just ridiculous. Pretty nicely detailed for the early 2000s. Lots of paint. over exaggerated, but they're just so much fun. I've always been drawn to the Unleashed figures, and Hunter was letting these go for 10 apiece. So I said, I'll take all of them.
Yeah.
And with that being said, those were my pickups. Those were my pickups.
Sweet.
Whew. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. One Black Series. I'm so sorry. Guys, I did get one Black Series figure. You guys ready? It's the coolest Black Series figure of all time. It's the most rarest, highly desirable figure.
Oh, that's right. You did get your Bix.
I got my Bix. Bix
You gave her a blaster.
Yeah, it's her blaster. It's the second blaster that the Cassian figure comes with is her blaster. So, yeah, there's my one Black Series pickup. The one I needed. Bix Kayleen.
See, I got you guys covered. For everyone who comes to us for Black Series, like I got you covered, bro. I got you covered.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, unironically,
Right.
that a whole lot of fodder,
That was a lot of talking.
bro. I'm proud. So we got if you guys follow us on Instagram, we did our little annual photo dump. Go follow us on Instagram, Out of the Basement YT. Love the photos that we're able to get. Zooboy is oddly missing, and Robo, unless you're in here somewhere.
I think that was was that Friday?
Yeah. So yeah.
I didn't show up
Maybe
until
before we ran into you.
it was time to eat.
So yeah, of course we got all the great photos. Papa Turney. What'd you think of Papa Turney's Nashville barbecue, Robo?
It was pretty good. I wish I'd known the plate was available instead of ordering a sandwich and a side. I would have grabbed the plate, and I don't know what I would have picked for the other side, but it was good.
Yep.
Dude, shout out to Papa T. He wasn't there this time, but he reached out.
Yeah, I sent him an email, and I sent him our picture, and I was like, hey, we missed you this year, but the Star Wars guys were here again. Thanks for all the great food, yada, yada. It's one of our favorite, traditions. That was our third time in a year doing that, so I'm very...
Yeah.
And yeah, of course, had to get a picture of Zach with the legendary, the Hayden Coke bottle.
Yeah. Legendary find there. If only
Yeah.
there's a Sebastian for the real Anakin Skywalker. Up top?
There you go. But also, I actually had forgot that Robo was coming this year. So to me, that was actually a very pleasant surprise.
It was
So
a bonus.
It was just great. It was just great to meet. What does he have?
I think he's got a...
Court reminded me that I had another pickup was his custom.
Oh, snap.
Kiadi Mundi and his Outlander disguise.
Oh, is that a real thing?
Dude, yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That's when he goes to Tatooine because of hunting down Sherrod Hett.
Yep. And you put a hat on and no one knows who he is.
Yep.
Who is that guy?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Outlander's one of my favorite. I made Sherrod. I need to make a Sherrod, and this knocks out
Nice job, Court.
Yeah.
from there. So yeah, that's
That is
awesome.
sick. Yeah, but what I was saying is I didn't know had forgot that you were coming, Robo. So it was I was like, what a pleasant surprise. I totally forgot you were coming. So it was great to meet you in person finally after all these years. It was great hanging out with you. And same goes for everyone else that we always hang out with at ICCC. Nate, I saw you wanted to respond to that comment.
Oh, yeah. Dan was asking about the sail barge on the way home. Luckily, we took Justin's fiance's SUV, and one of the seats in the back folded down. So we folded one seat down, shoved the barge in there. It fit perfectly. But like I said earlier in the stream, at the cost of, once again, shout out to Paige and Lucy. They had to suffer in the back seat, cramped together, so that my stupid collectible could make it home in one piece. I appreciate that.
Everyone made sacrifice. Like, everyone came together and like made this happen. I feel like
Honestly. So
because our significant others were hanging out with Zach's significant other. They had a little girls hangout Louisville thing weekend while we were doing the convention. So we had like their stuff and our con pickups. And that's another reason why I was like, please buy all my stuff. There's Paige.
Backseat survivors. It's true. It was honestly driving back home from Zach's, even though you drove the entire time. Shout out to you and Lucy. You guys both drove, but
True.
Going back was just grueling. I don't know what it was about it, but it was just brutal.
I feel like it's always the drive back from anywhere. Because the drive to the destination, you're like excited.
Yeah.
And the drive back, it's just like depression.
Everything backwards, reverse.
Yep.
That was
And
like
on top of Tennessee roads being terrible. That's my old man rant for the past week is Tennessee needs to get their highways under control.
oh my gosh. Even like, remember the entrance where they didn't have a stop sign, but it's like you're supposed to like go over and then to the left? I'm like, bro, this is dangerous.
All Wild West of intersections. Good
Yep.
luck.
And then someone was rude to Nate in the gas station. I'm like, what happened? Southern hospitality. I mean, like I was saying, I mean, we don't have to get into the specifics of why we were pulled over on the interstate, but with Robo and I in the backseat going, oh shit. But people weren't yielding. I'm like, dude, if this was Midwest, like Indiana or Illinois, everybody would be moving to the left when there's a pulled over vehicle on the side of the interstate. You're supposed to get over. But the cars were just like, and the whole car's like, I'm like,
that's true.
holy shit.
I'm over there
Yeah.
getting shaken around.
Yeah, we don't vouch for Tennessee.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Now, was it the same gas station that I got called Youngin? Because that gas station
Yeah.
wasn't so bad. I don't know.
yeah. Well, to be fair, it was just some random guy. It wasn't the.
Oh,
Yeah.
It wasn't
Not
the
behind the counter.
person behind the counter. People behind the counter. The first time we went in there, the guy, I was wearing an out of the basement shirt, and he was like, "Congratulations on getting out of the basement." Just the cashier randomly said that to me. And then there wasn't a lot of people in the store, so he literally got on the intercom while we're just like browsing, and he goes, "Luke, I am your father." And I was just like, "Get me out of here, Lord!"
We're like, we didn't say it, but in my mind, that's not the quote. He
Yeah.
says, "No, I am your father, you sicko,
But we were
you idiot."
we were like, "Dude, there's literally a Star Wars convention across the street. Where have you been,
Yep.
that's right.
dude?" But
I've been here working 12-hour shifts.
that's probably the truth. But
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I love just the shenanigans like that are just stored in here. You know, not captured on video. But the shenanigans and just like the shit that you get up to on these
Dude.
trips.
no,
I know I'll never-
it was the Thorntons across the street,
Oh, he did the same thing to you with the intercom?
bruh.
I know I'll never mention Waffle House again. That's sorry. Oh,
We didn't get Waffle House. We didn't get it.
Bro, that was like your kryptonite, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
I triggered your issues when I said that.
and then we mentioned Waffle House later, and you just went to bed. You were just
I am a little bummed. We didn't get Cookout or Waffle House. I'm a little bummed.
Yeah.
Because that's just like, I had never tried Cookout before, so that was like on the docket. And then we don't have Waffle House here in the Midwest, like above a certain point. At least not in Northwest Indiana, anywhere near here.
Yep.
So
We-
it's like a delicacy, and we didn't get to do it.
Yeah.
And
At least
Cookout was empty there for a minute, pulling up to that building, and it's closed inside in the line. Mm-hmm. It wasn't super long, but it was enough to go, do we wait? It was pretty fast, though.
that's good.
What up, JWC?
Yeah, we did get Pizza Hut when we were at Zach's because all the Pizza Huts closed around us.
Yeah.
So we don't have Pizza Hut
Northern-
anymore.
Northern Indiana. There's a a company called Yum Brands. I think they went bankrupt, and they had franchised every Pizza Hut in northern Indiana, like above a certain line. So like every single Pizza Hut closed one day.
And now you'll forever look at those same buildings. Even when they go to something else, they'll keep the same shape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Nate, the rumor is Dutch Bros in the abandoned Pizza Hut now.
Yeah, which I don't understand how
I was
that'll
like-
work. Because that's a dine-in Pizza Hut.
Yeah. And that's more, more delicacies. Scooters, oh my gosh. Just great. I think I like it better than Dutch Bros. I think I like Scooters more.
I feel like I'm the opposite.
You're not a coffee guy, Robo? No coffee
No.
for you?
Oh, is that coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, the Scooters hit. Tons of great food, though. I loved Buster's, just a classic American burger. Because we had Zavi with us, and I was like, we need to curate the American experience around him and, like, get him some good old-fashioned barbecue, get him a nice burger, get him get him the cookout, get him some sweets, as he would call it, sweets and biscuits. He actually spent 50 pounds on biscuits and sweets and brought it to our room sale, and like from the UK, and that stuff was amazing.
It was. The chocolate covered honeycomb, whatever that was.
Yes.
Yeah, at a certain point, I was just munching on everything. But I do love making them. I was like, where's the red 40?
Yeah. Nate, did you see the picture of Zavi with all the guns at Walmart? When he's
No.
he was like posing in front of the gun sales at Walmart. Amazing. Hell yeah. Got Zavi a hush puppy. Nice. Yeah. The hosting the room sale was also fun. Just everybody setting up all their stuff and people coming in and out, and some people had watched the show, and I'm so sorry. I think your name is Michael, but he's the one who he gifted a case of Truly to the room sale, and I was like, dude, this is the coolest thing ever. Like, it's the fact that someone watches so much to know, like, they know the bit. I mean, it's not a bit. I really do love Truly. So the fact that someone donated a case of Truly to the room, I was like, my heart. Like, someone thought to go out to the store and, like, buy that and bring it to us. Like, how sweet is that?
A lot of people said we had the best room sale. Dude, I loved leaving the room sale, and I heard some boomers, and they were like, that room smells like beer and shit.
And
Hell
Black
yeah.
Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like a bunch of modern slop. Bro, you got 95% Kenner, and then the one time they go in a Black Series room, they're like, oh my god, get me out of here.
Yep. Classic.
We got Dutch Bros and dispensaries all over the south part. Oh my gosh, before I forget, you know what I totally learned about this figure during the con? I think this might be the only regular Black Series figure that doesn't have wrist articulation. My mind was like blown, along with Luke.
Yeah, Luke too.
It's like,
He's got gauntlet swivel.
bro has gauntlet swivel, but no wrist articulation. Like, isn't that crazy?
It's weird.
And is it Hoth Luke that doesn't have it either? Do
Right.
they share that
I'm
part
pretty
of-
sure. I'm pretty sure it's Hoth Luke. And I think these are like the two figures out of the entire line. Not kind of like creatures or droids or whatever. Of like, X-Wing Poe doesn't have wrists. What?
Oh, yeah, because he has swappable
You're right.
hands.
But they don't. But did they originally come with the creatures? Did Han come
Yeah.
with Tauntaun first?
Yeah.
And Luke
Yeah.
Wampa?
Yeah.
Surely that's not a budget cut to get the beasts in there.
But I was...
Fig spitting. Wrist articulation's dated anyways.
That's
Oh,
what people
yeah.
would be saying if they took away wrist articulation. Yeah, it's
But
dated
nothing uses
articulation.
this and those gloves on.
Yeah.
I didn't even need it, honestly.
But my mind was like formulating a video like, 10 craziest things you didn't know about the Black Series or something. No wrist articulation on 3 figures.
Bobcat's spitting.
Yeah, it breaks up the sculpt, bro.
Totally
Gotta go
kills my
painless.
immersion. Oh, I totally forgot to show.
Fun fact.
I forgot to show the Grimace Shake. We're talking about the Grimace Shake.
Oh, I got that too.
Yeah, Commander Cook got that off Etsy, and he gave it to everyone. He like had his stickers in like little like packages for us, like pre-thought out. And each package had 2 stickers, 2 Commander Cook stickers, and a little 1/12 Grimace Shake.
True. That's so awesome.
Bro put so much thought into that.
I'm gonna put that in the cantina. Someone's gonna get a Grimace Shake.
Yeah.
Momande Don's gonna have the shake.
Wooher would be serving it up, bro. Yeah, but I know it's like broken record, but what an amazing time. I recommend people go next year. Just, it's fun. At the end of the day, it's fun. It's something I look forward to so much every year. I almost, now that we've experienced the absence of Thursday for the first time, Nate, at first I thought that was a good idea. Now I'm kind of thinking I miss it. Like, just having more time. Because I feel like
Yeah.
it flew by so quickly. I was like, oh, it kind of went by quick.
Thursday's an odd day. Though.
It is.
It almost seemed
They-
like they'd want to do Monday. Is that how Celebration does it? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday?
That's a good question.
Or do they Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday? It was an odd schedule.
Yeah, Coffee saying we need the same venue and Thursday needs to return, then it'll be perfect. Yeah, I mean, I guess it just depends on who you are, your situation. I wouldn't have issues getting a Thursday off or whatever, but I agree. I feel like just the Friday, Saturday, and then leaving on Sunday, I was like, I feel like I was immediately missing my boys. I was like, it flew by. It flew by. It went by too quick. And then
Plus, leaving on Sunday is missing a day, essentially. Well,
Yeah.
short, but deal day.
Yeah. And then that's an additional day. I could have had Waffle House and Cookout. This could have been my 2 meals. Could have been my 2 meals, breakfast and dinner right there.
So Celebration next year, or in 2027, will be a Thursday to a Monday.
Oh, so they do all the days. Yeah, that's right. Fig was the first one to leave.
Yep.
Sad moments. That's always like my least favorite part is like everybody leaving. I'm like, no.
One by one, Tangy left. I had to say goodbye to Tangy at Papa
Yep.
Turney's.
Yep. That's a good point, Zoo. You could just go on Thursday regardless. It doesn't have to be the con.
No.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. That show doesn't have to go on. Just go hang out.
Yeah, because I know they got there a day early and they all got chilies. Because that was the whole meme in the inner group was you got to get your triple dippers.
Yep.
Got to get your
Zavi
triple
had a
dipper.
triple dipper.
Yep.
Had some ranch dressing.
April 1st through 4th.
We're
Bro,
all going.
Okay, this is true. I got to bring up this photo. This was just like the most random shit of all time.
Dude, let's try and get press for Star Wars Celebration 27. Let's go for it.
I will apply, bro.
It's a Celebration do press?
I don't know.
I've always snuck in with exhibitors
Oh.
helping work booths. And
So
What's
we just
QP?
we
That's
just got to
always funny
get
to
in
say.
we got to get in on a booth. Yes, Zoo Boy.
oh,
Bruh.
I can't believe Tangy and Zoo Boy got into a fist fight in the parking
yeah, it
lot
looks
of
like he
Papa
just punched him in the
Turney's.
face and knocked him out.
Bro, it looks like Austin just laid his ass out. But
Yeah.
Zooboy did fall and scrape his knee. And I thought he was joking, but it was serious. He really did
Yeah,
fall.
me and Fig were talking to each other. Didn't even see all that. By the time we turned and looked, there was bandages being applied.
So many group hugs.
Bro, Zavi being so much taller than we all thought. I love that that's just a bit now. Like, we all thought he was going to be like 5'7".
Dude, Zavi's height was crazy.
Yep.
And his Anakin is on point.
Yeah.
I tried to make him do it every time. Like, do your hate.
Thin ass blood.
So much blood. Dude, like, it was probably the most blood I've ever seen come out of a scraped knee. I'm not even going to lie, bro.
Yeah. It was crazy, the amount of blood.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys were yapping.
Yeah.
But all around, amazing time. Loved it so much. I miss it already.
True.
With that being said, boys, do we have anything else on the docket? Anything else we need to get off our chest? Anything else we need to discuss?
What's the most amount of money you'd pay for a Black Series figure and not a penny more?
$24.99. $24.99. It better not go up.
No. I just want to say it was really cool seeing, people we had already met before, like Zoo Boy, Coffee, Wilbon.
I'm out.
Justin, Zach. But it was also really cool to meet new people that we haven't met before, like Robo and Court and Zavi.
Dude, I don't like this bit. I do.
It's funny.
Because Zuboy's just trying to have a sentimental moment. Everyone's making fun of him.
I know.
That's what you're getting into. Yeah.
I love my Zooey. I love my Zooey.
So, all right, because shout out to Comrade Bobcat39, $5 super chat. This makes 2 ICC cons in a row where someone ended up on a floor. Let me think. Who's the first one?
It was when Unk went skibbity last year, but we were already gone.
Right. Yeah, no Commander Bly this year.
Yep. I was hoping to see him go skibbity once again.
Yeah. I do just want to highlight Zach did get a Grail. I didn't know that he didn't have this, Nate.
He didn't have it at all?
No, this was like his Grail, bro.
I thought he was just buying a second one.
No, he was like...
What the hell?
His
fake-ass Black Series collector.
I mean... Because his... all of those 501st ones he had were just archives. I mean, maybe I'm waffling, but I think this was like... Because he had mentioned in the vlog, like, this is my Grail.
Damn.
Like, I'm pretty sure he said that.
That's dope.
And now, how much I love this old body... I kind of regret selling all, like, I used to have like 4 501st archives.
I know. I was looking at Zach's shelf and I was like, I should take my 2 back.
Right.
Because now I miss them.
I just found that set a couple weeks ago in a pile of boxes, missing the Blue Trooper.
Right.
Missing.
Yeah, because you had
put it on the shelf, but the rest are just hanging.
it was so hilarious because Robo, you were like, can I catch a ride with one of you guys? You went with us like the Friday night, and then Zach opened up his trunk and it's just completely bare except for the Order 66 pack. And he's like, yeah, I got my Grail. And Robo's like, oh, I found that in my junk drawer the other day. I'm like,
I found that in the pile of garbage.
It was just for the 501st, I guess.
Yep. But yeah, if you guys want to see additional footage, I know Zach posted a lot of stuff on Instagram and TikTok, and then Tommy made a vlog, which I really enjoyed Tommy's vlog. If you guys want to see other footage, because I don't think anyone else made a vlog except for me and Tom. Well, Out of the Basement and Tommy.
Stone Mando has
That's right.
a
That's
vlog
right.
as well.
Yep. Yeah, I love this Wampa on the stilts.
Right.
Was the Wampa Friday too? It seems like stuff happened on Friday that didn't
Yeah.
happen again.
You're right. Yeah, I didn't get a shot of the Wampa either.
Oh yeah, Lukeness has got a vlog as well.
Bro, legendary picture. Look at that.
Dude, Black Series Mount Rushmore?
That's
Damn.
what... Yeah, someone put that. Don't worry, we're not conceited. Someone commented that. That's why... Oh, it was Infernal Hippo.
Hey.
But yeah. We got another super chat here. $5 from Court. I pray for the same venue next year. Low-key might just follow y'all around next time and be a little stalker. I want to be more than a glove shadow. All right, I'm out.
Court.
Good night.
Court gets
All right, good night.
Court gets his Glup Shido cameo in the vlog, and now he wants a piece of the pie.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Because
when Red Wagon's showing off, you see Court in the background like a
he's
true
like, there
glove.
I am. Bro, even Zach had some amazing pickups.
True.
Look at all that. Buying all the coffee stuff for $5 a piece. Love it. Oh, and that's one Jack, and he calls it. He thinks it's 4-LOM. I'm like, he still said it.
I know, when we told him that in the hotel room, and then I saw this video, knowing damn well he was back at his house, I was like, we already told you that wasn't 4-LOM. It's one Jack. It's totally different.
Heck yeah. One
He's
man's
totally
trash is
different.
another man's treasure. Dude, that's my Leatherface.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say Zaki. Zach and Zavi together.
Zaki.
Zaki. Nah, but yeah. Tons of good stuff. All right. That should conclude our stream, our light Black Series news. And the majority of the stream was the ICCC recap, the glazing, the memories, the hauls, the epic sail barge haul.
The grippers. Dude, look at the goggles. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's...
Are you 1999.
What's better, that one or the new Black Series one?
Yeah, that's a good question. I still have not opened my Black Series Sebulba yet. Still in the
Hosing
box.
around, I like the Black Series. I messing with that, it's cool.
Yeah.
But it takes a little bit to stand it up.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Black Series one is just throw at the wall and it's gonna fall on its feet like a cat, just standing.
Wait, I gotta have him grip
And
his
that's what I
feet.
throw cats against the wall. You know what I mean? Falling from.
Someone
Right.
clip that.
Clip it.
Wait, now I've got him holding his famous accessory, his screwdriver.
Oh, someone mentioned that's like what he throws out and destroys someone else's pod racer, like when he throws it behind him like a banana peel in Mario Kart.
Oh hell!
You know
so
what I'm talking about?
he blue shelled him pretty much, red shelled him.
Yeah.
Oh, now this has thrown off the balance of the figure.
Oh,
Too much weight now going forward, but yeah, that's what we've got for you guys on the stream today. Fun little recent pickups. Now the fun really begins, putting everything on the shelves,
right.
finding the space for all of this stuff.
I think this tub is just going on the shelf.
Perfect.
You have a spot for the barge?
Yeah, I took all of my DC Multiverse figures off display for the barge.
Wait, so is it in the basement or is it upstairs?
It's
I forget.
upstairs right now, but I'm going to get rid of that big ass desk right here. And then I'm going to move that shelf down here because I want all Star Wars stuff in the basement, you know. The upstairs figgy room, that's like, I want that to be for like NECA and Marvel and stuff like that. So that's my game plan. But I literally am going to have to like chop this desk into pieces.
Right.
Because it's so big. And getting it down here in the basement was a pain unimaginable.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to break it. Chop it up, throw it away.
I appreciate the $2, bro. But the answer is no. I'm not buying a hot toy. You know, spoilers, I can say this now that I know about it and it didn't happen, but the boys were all going to buy me a hot toy this ICC con. They had a secret little plan.
Sure.
Because they were like, he says he's not, but I guarantee he leaves the con with a hot toy. That's what they meant this whole time, is even if I was reluctant to buy a hot toy, they were all going to pitch in and buy me one. And it was going to either be the Sand Trooper or the Return of the Jedi Stormtrooper, which admittedly, I would love to have. If that was gifted to me, I would cherish it forever, love it. But I was serious. I was not going to buy a hot toy. And luckily, well, not luckily, but there were no hot toys to buy at the con.
Yeah, so it worked out.
I'm gonna keep donating until you get. Great idea. Like honestly, that's just an amazing idea. Keep doing it because you never know. Maybe one day I will. Bro.
Matt, what about me pre-ordering my 4th one? Want to help for that?
Yeah. Well, technically, it does go to both of us.
No.
Yeah,
Justin siphons all the money.
Yeah, I'm gonna meticulously make sure that $2, and then YouTube takes their 30%, and then we leave X amount for taxes in the account, and then I'm gonna split that. Nah. Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
Nate, you wanna take us out?
Absolutely. So, of course, thanks Robo for hanging out with us on stream today.
Do I
Appreciate
have a
you.
command? Do I have a command for Robo?
Sorry, I was late.
Help out the small channel known as Robo.
There
Don't
he
Know.
is.
Little known
Give me some exposure.
YouTuber.
Hey, he's like you're already almost at 60,000 again. I hadn't like checked in a while. I was like, because you had to do your fresh start.
That's
Essentially,
right.
56K.
Damn. Well
Yeah,
deserved.
It's building. It's slow. It's like, you know how it goes. It's just sit and wait.
Now Matt's back. This is for Nate also.
All right.
Also, Justin's Spino pre-order next week? Or Spino coming out next
I think it's
week?
dropping next week.
Ooh, we're going to have
We're
to
gonna
get
have
on
to-
the hunt for that.
It's so stupid. I wish
I need
Pop
that
Finder
Spino.
still worked. Yeah, I wish Pop Finder still worked because back in the day you could just put in that DPCI and just immediately find the shit.
Is that Target only, or is that a?
They
you're
claim
talking
it's
about
like
that.
stores everywhere, but it
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
worked for Target, and now it doesn't.
Well, and
And then BrickSeek is paid. You have to pay to use BrickSeek now. I'm like, what the?
Really?
You have to like
guess
sign
so.
up and like, or maybe it's not paid, but you have to sign up for an account. And I'm just like, I don't need you selling my information on the dark web for
Yeah,
X amount
right.
of money.
just so you can find the Spinosaurus early. I mean, hopefully, I feel like if the T-Rex was easy to find, I feel like the Spino's going to be easy to find, but still, I hate the FOMO feeling when I miss the pre-order. And Hammond
Yes.
Collection, you just have to jump through so many hoops to get it. Because I
Right.
can't just buy it on Big Bad, which annoys me.
Because it's Hammond Collection is like Diet Target exclusive, where Meijer, which is a retail grocery store in the Midwest, they had Hammond Collection for a little bit. Now they don't. I don't think Walmart ever did. Target has the entire line, and then fan channels would get sporadic reveals or releases because Big Bad sells Hammond Collection, but they don't sell every Hammond Collection. So it's like Diet Target exclusive. I don't understand it.
It's at this, in the modern year of collecting in 2025. It's too many hoops for me to jump through. And then
Just give me the toy, man.
Bobcat gets his pre-order canceled. It's like, I just want my stupid dinosaur from Jurassic Park 3. I just want my dinosaur.
I don't follow the line real close, but it seems like Target has the biggest. Walmart's shrunk down quite a bit, and then Target has the whole, well, not half an aisle, but at least at mine.
It's like a fourth of an aisle at ours. It's it
Yeah.
pretty much has the same amount of space as the Star Wars section at our Target. So
Oh, it's more at mine. Star Wars is
Yeah.
way less.
I would be willing to bet that Jurassic figures are just like more popular with kids too, so it's probably like more
Yeah.
important to,
I mean, it's dinosaurs.
right.
Dinosaurs are awesome.
That's like the differentiation that I try to make on our content, where it's like a Jurassic Park figure, it doesn't matter like, oh, this dinosaur's from part 2, The Lost World, and it's from this. That's like not why a kid is gonna buy it. It's just like, oh, this is a cool looking dinosaur. Versus like Star Wars, this is Wim from Skeleton Crew. Like, it's just so much more like specific.
Speak for yourself.
It's
bro.
like character specific.
I'd rather have that figure than a dinosaur any day of the week.
Yeah, especially a 6-year-old kid.
I bought one dinosaur and 4 whims. So
Yeah.
if that tells you anything.
Robo's a real collector.
That's right.
For every one dinosaur, there's 4 whims on his shelf. An
Well, they're not
army of
whims.
whims.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
at the last second, look at that.
We would be honored if you would
Thank you,
join
Matt.
us.
Appreciate you
that.
joining that channel membership. And yes, next week, Wheel of Rebo double winner. All right, first loser is a winner, and last man standing is a winner, like normal. So, Wheel of Rebo next week. We just had so many things going on this month. We had the May 4th, which was on a Sunday.
Yep.
Then we had something happened week 2 too, and then we skipped week 3, and then week 4 we're recapping. We had Robo on, so next week we'll stream for
Real
sure.
stream. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much all we've got for you on this stream. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new before you head out. Check out Robo's microscopic channel where he doesn't know things.
Yeah. I just ramble on about nothing.
He just flaps his gums and he doesn't know
waking-
anything about my figures that I really like. Why are you talking about them, Robo, if you
Dude,
know nothing?
More Dragon Ball.
Waking up,
I love shallot and onion or
Giblet.
giblet.
bro,
Giblet.
it was an odd experience to like hang out with Robo in person Friday night as I'm like sort of plastered out of my mind, and then I'm like half asleep, waking up on the couch. My head is pounding, but I just hear the weekly. I'm like, am I dreaming?
I'm sitting locked in like every Saturday watching the weekly.
I was like, am I dreaming? Is this like, is he here? What is happening? It was an experience. It was an experience.
And then I'm in the back seat.
Yep.
Yeah, like, what's going on?
It was a live weekly.
Yep.
Hungover
Oh,
weekly.
man.
But yeah. So thanks for joining us, everyone. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you next time. Same time, same place, right here on Out of
sir.
the Basement.
Later, guys.
Black Series 6-inch, yeah. Black Series.
Your clothes are very impressive. You must be very proud.